I just realized that it is completely pointless that we are all in here. Please, everyone, go to the server.
Yeah, I forgot that he said to get in voice chat instead.
That's my bad.
It'd be like that. That was fast.
I have access.
Nice.
All right,
Sorry,
everyone,
Martin,
go to
too.
the bot and be sure to adjust the volume to your best guess. I'll start the music in a minute. I'm still technically getting everything ready. But we are currently live on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh,
On
right, 'cause
YouTube.
everyone's moving from Twitch.
Yes, moving away from Twitch. Fuck Twitch. Horrible visibility on Twitch. This is not good. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
This is atrocious.
That was... What was that?
What?
OBS?
This is getting funny.
That's odd. There's no chat in OBS.
I'll just leave this on for the entire session. If this is how I speak from now on, this is Joe's real voice.
I have no fucking idea what you're saying.
It sounds like you're gargling marbles, my friend.
Well, that's interesting. So the chat is not an option in Streamlabs OBS streaming to YouTube, which is fine. It's whatever. I don't really care. It just means I have a different window open than normal, which is not a bother. Okay, next what I need to do, okay. Only 8:40, so I'm not doing too bad here. Next, I've got to fix the overlay stuff. Okay.
Take your time, man. I'm just gonna eat my candy.
You're good. Oh, it shouldn't take me too long. I just gotta add... Oh yeah, I gotta... So, first and foremost... Oh yeah. I gotta... Yeah.
Who's Emily Pooh?
My cousin.
Oh, really? How did I not know that? And we did a campaign together.
Why'd you ask? Where are you looking? Where are y'all looking?
I'm
not
on the
even-
main screen for his Discord.
And
And over
part
the
of the
right,
Tabletop Gamers.
Tabletop
She's-
Gamers 3,
Yeah.
Emily Pooh, and she's playing Final Fantasy 15. Is that Emily from your building?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
what was
One of them.
quit? Put her
Aw.
in 2 weeks and left.
It is much unfortunate
Oh.
that someone is paying for a subscription to Final Fantasy 15.
One moment. I'm
I
having
just
an
bought
issue.
the game a while back. I don't need a subscription.
A minor issue that I can fix very quickly.
Oh, really? You don't need a subscription if you just buy
That's
it?
fixed.
Not for
Yeah.
Xbox.
Activate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's... Oh, Gary, because you have Xbox Live.
Discord.
Or whatever
Yes,
you
I
pay
do.
for.
Click
Yeah,
the test button again. Is it
then
working?
you don't have to pay for it.
It's working.
If you have it on like,
Okay.
anything else, you have to for
Camera on.
freaking pay a subscription.
There's
Besides
the picture.
technically paying one.
Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
Okay, now for... Gotta pop this out. Pop this out before I forget. Right over there. What's next?
Oh my god.
oh
you
yeah,
can add
OBS, so
sounds
that
to
if
this thing.
the people can see.
Oh, I'm gonna add so much Pac-Man stuff.
I almost want to just clear this out.
Can I add Pac-Man stuff where? What?
You can add sounds into the Discord soundboard.
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
I was like, oh, I have ideas.
How big can the file be? Just put a whole fucking song in there.
No, just put some whole freaking song.
512 kilobytes maximum and up to 5 seconds.
Ah.
I just need a do
You can still put a freaking Linkin Park meme in there, like bass boost to do all hell for 5 seconds.
There we go. There's that.
Well, people are probably doing so much dumb crap with the freaking soundboard.
Okay. And we add another one.
Choose a file, sound a name. Yep, you can.
Another
literally
window
just-
capture.
No.
And I shall call it Window Capture 2. Where's Oh wait, hang on. One more point of something. How do I invite people to this again? This is a new version. Also, prepare yourselves. We're using a Albert 2.0, so
Oh, let's start using Albert 2.0 finally.
oh my
Oh,
God.
that's awful.
what is this shit?
I don't want to know.
This one's disturbing. Extensions. No, not extensions. Where is the invite button in this one?
There's one of them that's like sounds
Oh,
like
there it
speaking to a fan. I swear, if you freaking
Invite copy linked.
Sounds like who?
There you go, gentlemen. It is in the original call thing. See if this
Oh,
works
that's
better.
it.
This might actually work better.
Bro, imagine speaking like Jug with one of those filters on. That's gonna
That's-
sound interesting.
You have to
Can't
ask to
recreate this
join.
with AI. This is all natural.
Oh no, I'm saying using that voice and speaking into a voice mod at the same time.
It wouldn't. It'd sound All right.
All right, everybody that's
Just
gonna
let me know
join,
what
push
I'm
the button, and I
Testing
will.
it out right
invite
now.
you.
Oh no.
I didn't realize I had to permit you inside. Okay, so on the top left, there should be an array of buttons. I'll say
Buttons.
that. Do you see the ridiculous number of buttons in the top left? Or is it just like 3?
Oh no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay,
And then a more button.
yes. Okay, so
8,
there are
9, 10,
several.
11.
Most of those probably don't bother to worry about them. The only ones we need is, well, for us all, because we're all dice goblins and I know it. Which dice is a good one. DD dice is another good one. That might take some scrolling. And then the regular dice tray that comes with it. They're differently arrayed depending on something. I don't really know. They just kind of move themselves around. But I can see everybody's dice tray actually and pull it up. And you guys can pull mine up as well. So if you want to roll dice in here, sharp, there's fast ones, there's medium ones, there's slow ones. Slow one meaning the the Albert one, but there's button press that tells you the number. There's there's whatever you need. So hopefully it'll solve some problems there. Yeah, everything else pretty much unimportant except for initiative tracker, which is the crossed sword. Right? Initiative track. It's the tracker, right?
Oh wow, you can set your dice to automatically calculate your negative rolls. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of these apps that I've added in here are extremely handy. Extremely handy. Whoops. How do I, yeah, there we go. Shrink that down. Okay. Everybody should be looking at it like a blank black screen, big square or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a blank black square. There we go. I can revoke that. Hey, that, wait. That doesn't change both of them. Doesn't that be annoying? You. No, wait. That's so confusing. Why did it change both of them?
Oh wow,
Alright,
there's
experimenting
actually like
slightly.
dice colors. You can actually change the color of your dice. What the
Okay, well
hell?
that's fine. I'll just make sure to.
Gonna need a piece of candy for this one.
Okay, we are. I'm so close to being ready. I promise. I just got to put a couple of things into in for the stream on OBS, so that anybody watching will be able to see us.
You can log in with Discord.
Ooh, that's neat.
Okay, next one.
I just gotta remember my password.
Okay.
Oh my god, it gives me the option to write in Japanese.
It gives you a lot of. There's a lot of things. Display
I'ma
capture.
use
No,
that
not
at
a
some
not
point.
display capture. Not a browser source, because that's very specific. It should be window capture. That's source.
Mind you, this apparently doesn't take up as much space or usage because I'm using it on Opera GX, so that's nice.
Wait, which one is which? What shit? Oh,
This is so neat.
there we go.
Oh my, there's so many settings on
The
this
hell
thing.
do I get out of this thing?
Out of what?
I opened up a box of all kinds of shit.
You'd have to be pretty specific because it's simpler than you'd think, and some things aren't.
I
It
was
just depends.
looking at my dice, and it pulled open a whole tab that had me log in. I think it actually went to DD Dice.
Oh yeah, the DD Dice thing. I don't know.
It did go to dddice.com.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to add dice, like even more dice than it already has, it sends you to a thing, and does a thing. Just bear that in mind. Okay, I am so very, very close to being ready. I promise. One
Make
last
fun of us.
point of order before I'm done. I gotta go get my coffee. It's been sitting on the coffee maker. I also have a cat right here who's
That's
taking
how
a
that
nap.
works.
Okay, just take a moment, build some familiarity. It's the same thing as the last one. If you're changing what you're doing, make sure you click on the right first between the move button, the draw tool, the measure tool, whatever it is that you're doing. Just make sure you switch between those. And then instead of being on the side, all of your figures and icons are at the bottom. If you're the sword is your characters. That's what matters to you guys the most. And attachments and props. The tree and the circle are really the only two other things that we'll be worried about aside from the sticky notes, obviously. If you're a neat freak like me and you want to organize everything, if you're in a section, like in the character section or in the attachment section down at the bottom, you can actually minimize that by clicking on the one that you're currently in. So like I'm in characters right now, so with all the little icons for for you guys, the bad guys, whatever it is that's on here, and I just click it again and it shrinks it down. Same thing for the right, it's got a little arrow that holds it up. Same for the top left. If you click on the section that you're in, it will shrink it up into the toolbar at the top that's above it. And then you can kind of get everything out of your way however you like. There's a few cool features that you can play with also. There's one you can use. I should probably not do that on the viewer's side because it's going to be confusing. But there's one you can use. It's called character distances. So you just like click on the measurement thing and then you click on a character and it tells you everything in the distance from like all the other characters around it and the distances from it. It's actually super interesting, and we'll play with that in a minute. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be right back.
Alright, while he's doing that, I shall make an account. Because I do not have them.
It led me to log in as on Discord.
Oh wait, it did?
Logged in.
Yeah. Well, at least DD Dice may have. I don't know.
Hmm.
I have.
Weird.
Do I have a profile? Let me double check. Yeah, I've got a thing.
Huh.
I've got an account.
Weird.
It may have rolled over my account from the other one.
I did not have an account on the other one, so I'm just gonna go with this. Great. It's like, oh yeah, please check your phone. We don't know if it's you doing this. Of course.
Okay. Now for the other thing, if you haven't already, don't forget to adjust the Kenku bot so I don't blow your eardrums out.
I see. I'll do that in a second. I gotta edit my profile. How do I even do that?
What are you trying to do? Edit your profile?
Yeah.
Up in the top left, I think you click on the 3 dots next to your name.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna hit back so I can try to do it for him. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it
Just don't
works.
forget, when you leave, I have to readmit you. Also, the little home button on the left, the little owl bear orange thingy, that sends you out of the thing.
Oh,
Oh my god. Alright,
here we go again.
You roboted really bad.
you have been, Gandalf? I'm sorry, I know you also are a goblin of the dice, but you cannot have. Alright, prepare your ears, I'm pushing the button. If it's, it is in here, right? Okay, it working?
I see.
Yeah, I've got sound.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, we got viewers in here? What the hell?
Okay. I'll move my dice out of my tray before I do a recap. So that I have a usable dice tray. Because Lord knows, we're not going to need my dice at all tonight. No. Couldn't be. Okay. So, open the proper window for this. But before we do this, before we get into all of this, we're gonna do a recap, and then I've got something else special. If you hear the occasional twinkling lullaby light music sound at all, keep in mind I have my baby monitor sitting next to me, so that if he wakes up I can hear.
Hey, listen!
All right. So, is everybody ready?
Oh no. Yes. I thought that was my. Ah.
Oh,
I
wait,
thought that
hang
was
on.
my Opera GX because I have it set with freaking Zelda widgets.
We're missing
I
one.
was like, why am I getting notifications from?
I've been sitting here trying to find somewhere I could get the sound from.
Hang on.
No, you can find them anywhere these days. Jesus. I gotta find freaking Castlevania noises on there. I just have to.
I don't think I ever added Gavin to this server. I was like,
I was
we're
gonna
missing
say, why
someone.
isn't he in here?
Yeah, I realized that he wasn't in here. I was like, we're missing someone. It's really quiet.
Who is
very
Pinku?
That is the bot
That's the
playing
thing
music.
he said you needed to lower the music.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I need, because this is loud as fuck.
I'm fine with it.
Ask and you shall receive, sir.
Perfect.
Where he go?
Yeah. Why does this sound like Assassin's Creed music?
It is.
I thought so. Aha.
Because
Black
reasons.
flag.
Exactly.
Well
favorite
caught,
one.
sir.
Yeah.
Here's the link, by the way, for that sound and many others.
Oh my.
If you can tell me what this is, I will rejoice. It's a very specific song. Oh, there he is. I gave you the secret role so you could join this channel. Perfect. Now we are all here. And now we can actually do the now I'll actually start. Instead of say I'm going to start and then remember that I forgot somebody. Poorly GM like me. Okay, let me get good good recap.
It did
going.
transfer my stuff over.
Did it really? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because
It
it's
did
still
not
got my
transfer
token and
any of
everything
my
here.
shit, so I had to set time aside to go and fix that earlier.
I don't have. I
sorry,
literally
sir.
just added my jug token. That's it.
Alright.
That's all I
I'm gonna have to see
need.
if I can get stuff added. I was trying to add it while we
Uh,
were doing it.
Yeah, you have to like go to the section that you're in, so like characters, then you have to go over to the right, the little 4 squares thing where it says manage images. Then you hit the plus in the top right. Yeah, same as before. When you want to change what you're doing, you have to change the thing on the right. And then also if you want to like add characters or whatever, change your stuff, you do it at the bottom.
Wrong button.
Oh yeah, that thing. That's
Denied.
yeah. Be careful with that because it like covers half the screen. It's enormous.
I don't like that. Rumble.
Someone. Oh, stop. Someone is
Oh
concerned.
wow.
with the current situation.
I see.
Did not.
Did it let you into the thing, Gavin? Is it working for you?
Yeah, I can. I'm in the game. I have my token set up. I'm ready to go. Can you hear me?
Wait. Yeah. I'm confused because it's not showing you on the thing for some reason. Because I
Oh,
saw
wow,
you.
you didn't just you added those to the whole server. That's not.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, they're in the whole server. I have this in too.
Hey, listen.
I didn't realize that.
Oh wait, there you are.
I didn't even know
Oh.
if you can add it personally.
weird.
But
Okay.
that's sick.
Oh, nice.
I think it will only have me in the server when I'm looking at it through my browser since I'm on my phone.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
that's
okay. So it
boring.
just like shows you
Those are
essentially like
mobile
active or
default.
inactive is what it's doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I can look at it. I'll just have to jump back and forth.
Oh, you're good. I was just checking to make sure. I didn't know if it was like working or something was broken. I thought maybe it was like
Yeah.
desynced somehow and like had you in a separate one somehow. Okay.
No, yeah, we're all good.
So many freaking.
I'm clicking on
sounds
Home in
on-
Florence, and the recap will officially begin. All right.
Lowering the sounds of those. Those were loud.
Okay. Yeah, they're extremely loud. Please refrain from those during the actual thing.
Yes.
So, I'm not gonna go over the whole thing again, but a bunch of adventurers met up at a tavern in a place called Underport, underneath Longport, attached to a city called Escamille, Grand City of Artifice, where you set out and did some things. Some stuff happened with an assassin's contract and some merfolk and a troll and some mushrooms, and then all hell broke loose in a battle in the fog, where your charge, the Witch King's crystal carried by Phoebe Tinkerfen, one of the members of the Grand Artifice of the city of Escamille, her and the crystal were taken by, to Lex's deep surprise, his former first mate to his father on the ship, as well as his father's ship. Many disconcerting. That one. showing he had some sort of new abilities that he didn't have before, and some friends that weren't so nice. And as the chase began, you chased them all around the Sarabi, at least the center of it, as they settled on a course, or you settled on your course behind them, chasing them towards the city of Dunhalland, the city of dwarves and guns, basically. Dwarves and guns. Also, I have to make a correction about the cannons. I said they were tri-barrel revolving cannons. That is not accurate. That is completely, not a redesign. I truly misspoke. They're actually single-barrel cannons, but they have a triangular-shaped revolver on the back part of it that rotates. A
revolver cylinder.
Well, cylinder wouldn't make sense, but yes, it's a revolving cylinder, quote-unquote. Cylinder meaning the part, not the shape. But
yes, because I studied
because it totally makes sense to use that word and not something other. A revolving cartridge, that's the word. That's the word.
Yeah, a revolving cartridge, that works perfectly.
Yes. Anyways, so arriving at the city, you began to chase Berwin and his crew and friends, or chasing after them, having already passed through the city and gone into wherever it is they were trying to get to, and had been there for several hours by the time you arrived. You met a little bit of resistance outside of the front door, where many of his crew, not many, but some of his crew had been left behind to hold the door and probably stall for time. Of which you bore Juliet and Yelsif and some of the other paladins from the ship, as well as the dwarven guard of the city with their rifles and axes in hand, managed to dispatch them quite quickly. We left off last time with the four of you, -1 with Jack still missing in action, at the front gate of what Revian revealed to be called something along the lines of the Master Forge. However, before we go into that, we're going to jump back to about 2 days ago. So when you were sailing back northeast, kind of towards the island of Stavig, there were a long number of hours where it was kind of empty, not really anything was happening. And I wanted to go around and do sort of one of those, kind of like the beginning of a sequel movie or the next episode of a show, where it kind of recaps to a more calmer moment that it didn't cover in the last episode. This is essentially what that is. We're going to go back and, just for a minute, go over a couple of things. And we're going to start with Revian, I think. Find my music. So Revian, turn the music down a little bit for me. It's a bit loud. So throughout this day of working and billowing the sails as best you can, as the day goes on, you're approached by Orr, who, not really approached, but he kind of stands near you, closer than he did before, but he's obviously watching. He's watching as you work and use your magic to blow wind into the sails of the ship and keep it moving very quickly. High rate of speed, all day long, battering the poor sailors. And he kind of looks contemplative and uncertain and just kind of watching as you work. Do you do anything?
Probably ask him about what he mentioned about knowing some of what I was looking for and having heard my mother's name before.
Yes. Tricky subject, that. You see, I'm a bit old. I've been around for a while. I've had my fair share of travels and scuffles. And, well, old for a human or anyone else. To you, I would be, I guess, just an adult. I don't know. I've been around for a little while, but yes, I knew your mother. She was strong, particularly strong, and she believed in a lot.
Yeah.
She did a lot of things in service of a few of the kingdoms in Gilgaret, on the continent. Here and there. Especially in the service of Aashara. Did quite a bit for them. In a name I'm sure you've heard a couple of times by now. The name of Zarlor. He stirred up quite a bit of trouble there about 110 years ago, something like that. Terragus would probably remember more specifically. I haven't told him I know who that is yet, but I imagine he'll want to know eventually. You see, we were a part of a group that rose up to bring him down as he was causing problems in the city. Problems not particularly enjoyed by the leadership of the city present. And we were amongst a group that rose up against him. And, well, he held a grudge. A pretty big one. A pretty nasty grudge. As after his dormancy and silence and disappearing, I was traveling one day and I was attacked on the road, and I didn't know who it was. I was confused. I had several of other paladins that I was training along with me. I was not the Templar Sovereign yet of Edlagan. I was just simply a priest, essentially. But I was showing them the spiritual ways. I was teaching them, helping them learn. And Zarlor and his men killed all of them. Every one of them. And injured, I found my way back to your mother, whom of which was still a very good friend. I had sent many letters. And she helped me back to health, and she didn't want to get involved, so I set out again to go and see if I could find him, bring him down again. This being, of course, as you know, a little over 20 years ago. I found him. He was quite unhappy. Different. It's like he believes in something now. Something much more. He seemed hopeless before, like he just hated the leadership. Like he wanted them all to die. He wanted to see them strung up, but now he's bent. He's convinced. I'm quite glad, actually, that I've only ran into him that one time, because I guess 2 times, but close enough together, I guess. Same year, roughly. Because he got to your mother before I got back. I arrived, killed many of his brigands. I was a different man at the time. It wasn't quite as easy for me. I did my best to get her out. And she said she wanted to go to the homeland, so that's where we went. we crossed over, we went all the way to the city of Common. Sailed out. Thousands and thousands of miles. We were on the sea for months. And then we arrived at the port. And she went north, and that was the last I saw her. Yes, beware this Zarlor character. He's interesting. I went to the council, and some of the councils for council from the King of Arcania. Well, no, he's the Emperor now. The Emperor, as you would know him now, but the King of Arcania at the time, to speak with him and his advisors about this strange business, and they had mentioned some holy unrest in the world, having to do lots of things with the gods, and these characters in Duat, on the continent of Duat, rising up and claiming that they're the true living gods of the world and whatnot. And then, of course, the Holy War broke out, as most everybody well knows. It was about 18 years ago now. I fought in that, earned myself a title, rose through the ranks, became Templar Sovereign. A bit different for us. We're not centralized, but after that night, the captain, she saved my life, as well as Tulit and Yelsif. For me and our religion, following Edlagan, we get to roam free, quite freely. There's not a whole lot of restriction on us, whereas for them, they had to abandon their faith in technicality in order to go along with us, and I guess the proper word is desert, is what we really did. But we followed good causes. We did good things over the years, these several years at sea. 18 years. 18 years and a week. What happened to your mother? You speak of her as though she's not here. As though she went somewhere else. What happened, Revian?
He was poisoned not long after I was born. Somebody attacked us, and we left.
She was...
Ended up in Jarda.
Why didn't that woman tell me? I could have...
She held on for many years, and she just passed away within the last year, and I decided to go on my travels to try and find the
That
cause.
sick bastard, I know what he did. He would really use that sort of poison on a person. It's incredibly rare. You can almost never find it. It cuts your life down so short, in a fraction of what it would be in years. It doesn't kill you quickly or within a week or within a month. It kills you by chopping your life down, by guaranteeing almost certainly when you'll die. For a human, it's catastrophic. You'd die in 10 years. An awful man. I guess for her, she did as well. It's not short of its own magical properties. Gods damn him. I fear no pity will find that man. I hope no one stays
That's
there,
the
Blade.
current plan.
We'll see about that. I'm a bit tired of adventures, but I could lend some help. I'm sure. I won't do nothing.
Any help would be appreciated at this point. I'm glad you have more information than I had.
Yes, your
We
mother
did
was...
talk about her past life a lot.
Your mother was brave. She was very brave. We'll screen wipe, fade to the next scene. Jug, do you have anything specific that you want to do? Or are you just kind of do you have anything specific, or are you just kind of lounging around as the ship fucking rolls wave over wave?
2 days ago. This 4.
This is when you guys had come south, and then we had ended the session, and we came back, and you guys went back northish. You went back. You were kind of close to the island of Recall, which is the island you're on currently. You kind of went back up. Anyways, it was a lull. It was I think the day that you got your eyes. Yeah, I think it was the day that your eyes were working.
Day I had supervision.
Yes.
Probably. Jug's probably out trying to help Terragus. It was that day he was trying to help spot ships.
Okay.
Failing because
So sitting up in the crow's nest, spending the day with Terragus as he kind of looks around. And he spends a lot of his time kind of just leaned over the rail, much like this, just kind of looking around. Every so often he'll stand up and pace slightly and step into another section of the crow's nest. Granted, he can't move around a whole lot, as well as the fact that the ship is moving really fast. So he has to hold on as he walks. So pacing for long periods is not possible, really. But he does pace every so often and then stop and lean over the rail again. And after a while of just, standing and looking and trying to adjust, he stands up and he kind of rounds the crow's nest as he's looking and scanning the horizon again. And he stops and he says, "Where are you from? I've never seen one of your people before."
I'm not surprised. We don't really leave the island. I'm one of the few. When we do leave the island, we don't stay anywhere. Our
Island?
Yes. Island of Little Aragos.
Little Aragos. Interesting.
There.
I can see, There's a couple of places that could be. That's interesting.
A little off the coast of Cortan.
Really? That's fascinating. Very interesting.
Wild to get. I don't even remember. It hasn't been long since I started this journey, but sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It hasn't been long since started this journey, but it feels like forever. I don't even remember where we started, but it took me a while to get there.
Really?
Not an easy ride. Our people were from Aragos originally.
Oh, is that so? What part?
I'm not sure. It's been several hundred years.
See.
They were travelers looking for something for the homeland. I can't remember, but they showed up Cortan, met up with some spirit. I don't remember. The history is very fuzzy, but it had to be an earth spirit because it cursed them into possums. Of which they stayed permanently. After
an emissary of Erde, perhaps? I wonder. The City of Stone.
No one's ever really gone looking because no one wants to look for the creature that cursed an entire race. After our people got cursed, we got away as far as we could, but decided to just settle on the remote island. Nobody was there except for some ancient ruins. Every 100 years, seems like a new generation of the cursed come in.
What kind of wine is that you drink?
We have pear, regular standard grapes and apples, apple wine.
Apple wine.
My favorite is the apple wine. I don't.
Being so creative with wines. I can only imagine one place that you'd be from. The Pontethans are, well, they're as dry as a desert in summer, so I can imagine your people came from Kenja. A stout and devout people. You will never find anybody more devout and strong-hearted of a people like them. They are immovable. Well, except for when they were. But anyways, yes, that's very interesting. Little Ergos. What about your mother? You have a mother?
Yeah. She's a current leader of
Really?
the whole of the island.
Oh. So relative loyalty is your calling, huh?
I'm not the royalty type. If you couldn't tell, I'm not destined for leading an entire country. But my little sister has been training under her ever
I
since
see.
since she was born.
So they leave
And
you
my-
alone?
I mostly just I made myself alone, kept to myself, and trained, worked with the dock workers,
I see.
got into sailing ever since I was a young possum.
You're an odd one.
That's what I've been told. Possum
You never
folk are
cease
strong,
to
but I've always
surprise
been
me.
young.
Little Ergos. And that is where I think we will cut to Lex. What are you doing?
Probably sitting around trying to improve the diamond sword that I have.
Improve the diamond sword, yeah.
Just kind of.
By the way, where we're currently at in front of the dungeon, it is usable. It's not quite indestructible yet, but there's definitely no fear of it breaking. It would take a lot to break it. So working on your enchantment. Where are you doing this? Like, where on the ship?
Probably
s-
just somewhere on the front, like looking out on the ocean, just looking up the deck somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere on the top deck, yeah.
Okay. So, up at the front of the ship, working on your sword. It's actually, Lemig that comes up, the half-orc. Kind of comes up and he says, "Where in the hell did you get a sword like that?"
That's a surprisingly short story.
Is it real? Like, usable?
Yes.
I may just have to drug you and steal that.
Well, that's fine. I'll just make another one.
Your little group is quite odd. What's your story? Where did you come from? What's your stake in anything in the world? You seem too young to be bogged down by this sort of thing. Usually people take a few more years in before they go off adventuring and send their lives spiraling into the kind of shit that you guys are getting yourselves into.
I've ironically been in far worse situations. As for where I'm from, I never really bothered to find out. Though I am half-elf, my father was human, so I'm not necessarily sure where he was from, nor my mother. And I can't ask either of them now, unfortunately.
What happened to your father?
I haven't seen him in quite some time. I left to go on my own adventures and do a lot of things. Haven't seen him since.
Huh.
Not after my mother died, anyway.
Yeah. Feel that. Failed my first hunt at Manta, and I didn't feel like retaking the trials, so I went to the docks and in Okrot, and I set out. Here I am. Typical boring first mate, half orc. True and true. An unhunted half orc. Unsuccessful. What about those daggers? You always wear those daggers on your hips. What are those?
Oh.
You never
Now
used them.
That is a long story. I tend to avoid using them because they bring back unpleasant memories.
Unpleasant. Can be what? 17? Unpleasant memories already?
You'd be surprised what I can do by then. I'm actually 19, by the way, anyway.
19? Wow. Could have fooled me. Interesting. I once knew a fellow. Scraggly gray hair. Curly. A sort of pointy goatee sort of look. Spoke with a real strong Arcanesian accent. Kind of like the captain. But it was... You couldn't understand him most of the time. By the way, this is like starting to sound really familiar. Like eerily familiar.
I had a feeling.
And he told me this was... Boy, years ago. He said he was looking for some kid. He'd heard some tales about some flame pirate's kid or something like that, and he went looking. Does it ring any bells to you?
Why would he be looking for the kid, did he say?
Ah, we were drunk, so I don't remember. I don't really remember much of that night. I just remember his description. I don't even remember his name. Interesting. Wow. I won't pry into your past too much more. I'll leave you alone. Yeah. Don't bog yourself down too much with problems of the world. Help where you will. Helping's nice, but don't kill yourself, kid. Kind of gives you a walks away.
Well, that was a conversation I didn't imagine having anytime soon.
And then we'll move slightly down the side of the ship, kind of next to Lex, actually, to Manus, who is working away, plating up the ship, having got the idea to armor it. What are you doing? Kaitora is like several feet over to your left or right or something like that, also hammering away, putting in nails, kind of struggling to get used to bolting wood into a ship. It's not really... Metal is not her forte, but she's trying.
Could I offer some help? Like, offer to show her how?
Well, yeah, of course.
You see, the trick is you have to heat up the metal to help it pass through the plating of the armor and the wood. I say as I kind of like use my gauntlet to kind of heat it up and then just hammer it straight through. And as it cools,
Whoa.
it just kind of like, everything just kind of solidifies together.
Interesting. Huh. I'm so used to wood. I'm so used to building things. Well, from normal people's perspectives, building things. Metal is not my strong suit. I struggle a bit. Who are you, Manus? Where did you come from?
Well, originally I came from a small Pontethan village outside of Makria.
Really?
And I spent my years there with my mother and my grandfather, fishing and doing the things that children do until we pulled these strange rocks from a fishing net one day, and he kind of he pulls out the battery pack that he has on his back most of the time. He
Yeah.
kind of just sets it up and shows like the stones in it, and he's like, they generate an incredible power. And I've been using them to this day to build my many things.
Interesting. Not quite as interesting. My father was a herbalist, so I came from mostly natural things. We lived in Alinar. Very, very far away from really what feels like the whole world. Its own little corner.
Manus kind of shakes his head as she says this, and he's like,
I was
That's
say,
good
like,
concept.
she says Alinar, and like, or anything else related to that in terms of kingdom or whatever else is like, what? Where? It's like, this is so, it's like, yeah, she kind of continues on. She says, it's kind of an island kingdom. It's a bit separate from the rest of Gilgaret. But it's, our kingdom was called Ankalen. And Alinar was interesting. It's, rather than being around and with and amongst the trees, it's more in the trees, with the trees. Everything kind of melds together and meshes quite well. My father grew herbs and sent them out. Nothing industrial, nothing large scale, but local stuff. I helped for a long time. And then I got interested in the trees. I liked the trees quite a lot. They're very interesting there. They have a lot to say, but not in the sense of actually speaking. So I joined, in our tongue, what we would call the Glereog, which is like rangers, kind of like the ones in Arcanesia. We would tend to the woods, clear the roads, coax the trees out of the way. And then after a while, I started, well, growing ships. Some of the herbs my father would grow, you could get certain saps and things out of them and mix them together, and they would actually make the wood grow, and you could grow ships. And so that's what I did for a long time.
fascinating.
In my free time. Eventually I got curious what it was like in the rest of the world, so I took the long, long, long journey across Gilgaret over into, well, really very, very far away into Nilnariend. I set out from there. Nilnariend is a little more familiar. You've heard the name before. It's like really far south, Gilgaret. About it. I mean, it's really far away. It's like half the world away, really. Other side of the planet. But
We shared very similar vocations as growing up. He kind of like points down at like his like pendant of Phalos, and he's like, as a servant of Phalos, I've taken to repairing roads and keeping them safe for travelers and the lost.
I find you intriguing, Manus.
And you, Kaitora? Ship grower?
She actually has like you say that and she kind of turns back to what she was doing, and like a flower blooms in her hair. And then we will slow fade back into hardcore metal fighting, bad things happening. I don't even know where my fight music is. There it is. It's so nice to be using Spotify again. Okay. I couldn't find my my DM's window, the non-viewer window. Okay, are you guys able to place yourselves about right here on the screen? If so, do so. Place yourselves. This is essentially the doorway. These two spaces here. So right in here, kind of place yourselves in your entering order. So be just right outside of the door. I guess fight music isn't really the greatest music for this particular moment.
See where you're pointing on the screen?
Right here?
Yeah, it's not popping up on my screen. I'm just seeing the black blank square.
It's not showing you in here again. Doing that thing again.
Here, 1 second. Let me try to just log back in then.
Yeah, it's doing that thing where it doesn't show you in here again.
Okay, what? You can go on ahead. I'll get back into the game real quick.
Okay. Brain words. Lex, you as well. Around in this area down here.
Bottom right-hand corner of the black screen. Took me a second to figure out where you were at.
You might be doing something.
Mayhaps.
Alright, well, while we're here in this particular moment, there he is. Anis Azara has returned. Alright, I will cut you guys out a little thing here.
Okay, yeah.
If I remember correctly, those little status circles will actually I think they cling to your character thing when you put them down.
They do.
They do? Okay, good. So
I
what
was trying
you
to figure out
see-
how to get rid of it, and you just click on it and then hit the trash can. We can see where you're trying to do it. I like that it's got the spell cones and stuff.
Wait, I forgot I added a new soundboard. Hold up, hold on, wait.
Oh wait, shit, did I disable fog cutting?
Die,
No, cut it.
monster. You don't belong in this world.
Perfect.
Such a strange issue.
You're
What do you,
welcome. to
fog
that
already
website.
exists? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
yes. Thank you very much.
What is it
I will
doing?
use this.
Okay, let me try this
Kinda
again.
Listen.
It's
That's
giving
much
me
better.
It's giving me fits.
If someone dies in the campaign, I'm gonna spam that.
You need to be a bit quieter.
That's awesome.
Try this again.
If we get an item, that's going up.
Oh yeah.
Why? Okay, so it's giving me a problem. It won't let me.
Listen.
It won't let me
That's
cut.
amazing.
When we click on our fog of war thing, it says dynamic fog. Does that need to be enable vision on your character's tokens?
No, leave that off. I was playing with it. It's extremely complex.
The whole
Okay.
screen's supposed to be black.
It all
Yes,
went black.
I did that on purpose.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
like-
I'm trying to
Worried.
cut out the fog, but it won't let me cut the fog out. Did it? Oh, hang on. I think I know what the problem is.
By
Fog
the
already
way,
exists here.
if you're
Enable
interested in any other
multiplayer to
sounds-
stack fog shapes. No, cut it out. It won't cut it.
Let's see.
That's the same website I got my Hey Listen off of. You literally just
Yeah,
type
it's
into
the
this
fog
bar
is
what you want.
now bugged because it won't.
I see.
Yeah, there's some kind of.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I have to get so many of these.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you indeed.
To you at least. I don't know how this is going to affect everybody else.
Oh, I'm downloading like 10 dozen of these.
When I do that, can you see through that? You can see in there, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what it's doing, but it will not let me cut shapes out of it like it did before. It's refusing. So I will just, for now, I will draw shapes.
Interesting.
Essentially, I'll just draw a couple shapes in the room. I can't. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's telling me that I'm trying to add something to it when I'm trying to remove from it. I don't know why it's doing that. Very interesting. All right. So what do you guys want to do? I will move the fog as we move forward.
Let's see.
Approach cautiously.
I about said hoof it.
You're being carried. You ain't doing nothing.
Hoof it, Rivian.
Go.
No.
Go.
Oh, I can move
Hold
the
on.
fog.
Did this one actually work? I need to see this. Yes, it did. That is amazing.
I say
Okay.
we move up quickly but cautiously.
We are on a time crunch. They are trying to do something, and we need to
Yeah.
hurry.
We need to move quick, but we need to make sure that they're not like waiting for us around a corner.
Why won't it work? The fog tool is broken. It's not working. It's not working properly. Okay, yeah. Move yourselves in as you will. Enter through the gates of the Master Forge.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's see.
As you enter, well, be surprised. It's a room
Oh,
filled
boy.
with enemies, and they're not happy that
I would
you're
have
here.
I probably would have had a handful of ball bearings in my hand.
All
Right
right.
there.
Try and fix
Well,
that.
looks like we entered the maze.
Oh my god!
I love that.
I'm sorry.
What
Jack.
the fuck? It's not you. I'm trying to discern
That's not
this
what I was
fog
saying,
tool.
sorry
The
for.
fog tool is broken now. It's like not working.
I gave him access to sounds and a website he can find many more on.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget to lower the volume of them.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot. This is-
You can right
Sound
if you
good.
open up the soundboard and right click on it, you can edit it.
Oh, okay. So.
No,
Let's see.
Fucking-
Alright, then I'll
I don't
lower
think that was
the-
supposed to happen.
no, it wasn't. I don't know why.
I wasn't zoomed out, so I didn't see anything. So
No,
you're
I
good.
didn't think you
I'll
I
guys
was
were.
in
Oh, now it
Discord
works.
screen
It works
sounds.
now.
I was in Discord.
It worked. It let me do it this time.
Yay.
I hate bugs. Okay.
Waka.
Indeed. Okay. No more sound effects.
Oh, man, I just
we
found
were
the
just
cool
playing
one.
till you got it fixed.
Oh, you're good. All right. Yeah. So they obviously waiting for you, see you, and there's several skellies packed into a corner, as well as 2 goblins picking through a dead guy's stuff, and some others kind of looking at this pedestal thing at the front of the room. What would you like to do first?
I probably would have had some ball bearings prepped, and I would like to throw a little teacup tornado over at that group of skeletons.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll up your cast a spell, and we will call that your initiative. So tell me what the roll is once you're done. As soon as I find where is it? Sorry, I'm navigating my notes in browser rather than on my phone, so it's a little bit different. Oh, I'm literally looking at. Hey, there we go. Okay.
18.
Okay, so, oh yeah, I forgot. We have this little tool. Where is it? Where's the proper initiative tracker?
It looks
Is that
like
the
the
one?
two swords together.
Why is it asking me to click on you guys? Oh, fucking goddamn it.
I think that's how you and select a character to start initiative.
Why is this tool? This tool is convoluted now. It was easy before. It had everybody's name listed. Now it doesn't. That's confusing. New platform, new software. Bear with us.
New problems.
New problems. Why? Okay, so before, when we tested this before, it automatically already had you guys in the initiative tracker. But why? Select a character to start initiative. What did you do?
Click on your symbol, and then you hit more, and then hit add to initiative. You have to do that with each individual picture you have up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of us up. Still need. I did.
Okay.
I'm adding people.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, we got.
I still haven't found more.
Who am I missing? Nope, that's all 4 of us.
Nice.
I'm so confused.
Oh, I forgot to.
Add to initiative. There it is.
Add
It's
to
off
that.
to the right.
Yeah, it's in the more thing.
Okay, that's fine. That's. I'll accept that. Does it say the Oh my fucking god! It doesn't say the
It's popping
goddamn.
up goblins on ours.
Yes, but it's
It
not
doesn't say
saying the
number.
fucking number of the goblin. Small
Uh,
complaint. It's fine. Some stuff is easier, some stuff isn't. Alright, there we go. Lots of stuff. How about this?
Just a second. Oh, wrong button. How do you add the text?
I have an idea.
Text.
Don't worry about it. I have an idea. The goblins.
I was trying to see if it would add the name if I wrote it in the text. I think it changed it to 1 when I changed the text.
Oh, it did.
Wait, how did you change text? Edit text or change text?
Edit text. Edit text. Add a name to him at the bottom, and it turns into the Goblin 1.
Wait, how do I? It doesn't. It just asks me for a font.
Goblin 2. Click on it, and then go to the text edit. Or edit
That's what.
text
Yeah, that's
on
what I
the-
meant. It just says a font, a size, and then I just click the button and it's done.
Just start typing.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. There's a little thing right below.
It's automatically in there. Just start
Okay.
typing.
Before we start filling the initiative thing up, the goblins, the fighters, and skeletons are going to go on their own individual turns. So, all right. So I'm going to roll the green die for the fighters. Fighters get an 11. All right, and then the undead are going to get the black and white die. 2. All right. Handouts. And then the goblins. One. All right, yeah. Everybody else, what are you guys doing to get into the initiative order here? What move or ability are you going to try and use in order to get into the initiative order here?
Can I cast Magic Weapon on the ball bearing?
Give me a second to think. I was trying to find JoJo sound names. Ignore me.
Would that count as
It
something I
may
could
not
do?
be necessary. It may not be
Alright.
necessary, but we'll find out.
I was about to say if we want to make the tornado scarier, we can. If it's allowed in the rules.
Well, that would depend on how strong you think the skeletons are. Because I was about to throw that at that group of 4 skeletons right there.
I'll raise
Oh, yeah,
a hand in acknowledgement of the greatest battle song ever made. A moment of not silence, but a moment of music. I'm not gonna do this ever again, but just there it is. Thank you, Matt Mercer.
You want me to start
Thank
adding
you.
the rest of them to the initiative?
Okay, so let's see. We need Revian. People are moving. Lex, Revian, Jug, Manus. Those of you that are able. So when you go into the initiative tracker thing, you actually click on the number and type it in. You have to physically type the number into it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you go over to the little number. You do have to backspace. I did mess with this a little bit for some clarity. There's a few things, as you've obviously seen, that is giving me fits that I did not get to mess with at all, but that is okay. Here we are. We're learning and living.
So I need to roll for my initiative and then put it
Yeah,
in
go ahead
there?
and roll. So whatever. So just like before, same thing. Pathfinder initiative. Whatever it is that you're going to try and do, whatever your first move is going to be, we'll use that roll as your initiative. Essentially, is what I'm going to do here. That's not the exact Pathfinder rule, but that's what That's kind of how I'm doing it.
I'm on the attack. I'm
Because like
flexing. I'm
Revian is
ready to
doing
be
his teacup
thrown.
tornado, and I used that as his initiative. So obviously you rolled an 18. So we'll get to that in just a minute. It's essentially you all take them. That's kind of genius actually, because it's like everybody does something immediately, obviously. But this kind of determines who does what first, who reacts the fastest the first. The fastest the first is fastest first.
And would I need to spend a charge to launch my gauntlet like a rocket fist?
No, you wouldn't have to spend a charge. That'd just be using it. You
I'm
only
just-
spend a
I'm
charge
gonna-
to use your intelligence to roll. That's the only thing it's for.
All right, cool. Let me measure out how far these fighters are from us, so I can.
Using the measurement tool.
That's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
You can shrink it down. You should be able to pretty easily. I think the drawing tool also has like the basic circles as well. If there's anything that doesn't suit it as much as you like.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna aim at fighter 1 with my rocket fist. He's 25 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, the reason I combined all their initiatives is because I already have their stuff, their stats and stuff typed out. I already have all that prepared. It was the the initiative thing that was pissing me off, to be clear. So there's not going to be any problem there. All right, so go ahead and roll it up. So you're not spending a charge, you said?
No, I'm just gonna roll with Dex.
Okay, so that'll be a volley. Yeah, you're right, Dex.
18.
18. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Sorry, I'm looking at the initiative order and thinking.
All good.
Lex, what is your initiative?
I have to roll for that, don't I? Or do I have a number set for that already? I don't remember.
Oh, no, you...
Roll.
So, what is it that you're doing?
To start it?
Yeah, what are you doing to start it? I didn't realize that you hadn't rolled it yet. That's on me.
Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just use kinetic arts.
Kinetic arts? Okay. So be thinking up what you're going to do. Go ahead and roll that first. So roll plus, I believe, your wisdom, correct? And then we'll get into that. Hold on, I don't have...
Oh my god, that is a nat 20.
Oh my god. Very nice.
Wow.
Okay, Lex is going first. So we'll come back to you, Manus. So hold on to your
Alright.
damage number there for just a second.
Excuse me.
No worries.
While I
got it.
find a symbol for Tulit, Yelsif, and Boar, which also need initiative roll.
minute.
This is going to be fun. So there's the three of them. Kyle, if you would change the names on those. Or somebody, whoever's not busy.
Spelling. Tulet?
Tulet. So up first, Yelsif is two F's at the end, with a Y at the front. So Lex, describe, so it's been a couple weeks. Go back to your fucking character sheet. You're doing kinetic arts, so choose your tag and your range.
Oh, right. Tag and range. Kinetic arts, that would be... Okay, so where is he from me? That would be about... It is probably attack undead 3, so that would probably be... near, I would assume?
Let me look, I was on a different screen. Where are you looking?
I think it would be near. Yeah, I'm attacking Undead 3.
Okay. Oh, you're doing Undead 3. Okay. So what are you? So what is it? So what are your tags? What are you doing? Because you may have to move a space in order to
Exactly.
to do that. You may have to move into this space here.
I believe it's near because I'm throwing something.
That could be reach actually. Right?
Oh, that could be reach.
Yeah, that's well, it's awkward because it's a diagonal space, but yeah, that technically you could do reach if you like. It really doesn't matter. Anything past the 5-foot mark is just any range over close. Or everything past reach works at that range.
I'm gonna say forceful. I don't freaking want to launch his ass.
You're gonna launch him. Oh god. Okay. So we enter the room. The paladins already have their blades drawn. There's no question there. Jug is blind. Manus is like preparing the fist. The fist. And Revian is beginning to cast as Lex. Describe what you do.
He makes a knife, like a knife out of ice, and he just throws it with enough force to freaking launch this.
So it's kind of, essentially, it kind of flips through the air calmly, silently as it goes, and just like shotgun blast to the chest, launches the skeleton. Roll your damage.
Oh right, my damage die. I believe my damage die is a D6. Okay, how much? That is a 4. Ooh.
A 4. Okay. Where are
You rolled
they?
a nat 20 on it, so it's max damage, right?
That is true.
yeah,
you are
right.
correct. Thank you for reminding me.
Extra.
Yeah. So
What's
roll
that
a
extra?
roll just
Oh,
just
yeah.
roll a d6 and tell me what that is. What's your damage die?
A D. Is it a D4 or is it a D6? It's a D6, yeah.
A d6. So just
Alright.
roll a d6. So you do 6. 6 plus whatever you roll on that.
+2, so that's an 8.
8. Very nice. All right, that's a decent amount of damage. Let's see. Where's the skeletons? Skeleton 3. What does it look like as you explode the first skeleton? Because you blew his ass up.
Ooh. He just kind of he kind of flies, but as he's in the air, he freezes. So when he hits the ground, he just completely shatters.
All right, so yeah, Skelly Mans goes backwards, hits the wall, and then just into a million pieces. Skelly 1 is dead. All right, up next is Manus. Manus, who are you targeting, and what damage did you do?
Targeting Fighter 1, and I did 5 damage.
Fighter 1, and you did 5 damage. Let me go back to my notes. Fighter 1, 5 damage.
Do I get the forceful tag for my gauntlet? It has the forceful tag, but I didn't know if I need to spend a charge to make it do that.
No, that's just part of it. That's just one of the things that it does.
Oh, alright then. Can I knock him into Goblin 3 then?
Yes, you can. So do you want him to block the way or go next to him, or how do you want this to go?
I want him to block the way, yeah.
Okay. Hang on, I have to answer the phone. She's calling me repeatedly.
Well, since you took out 3, I probably would have moved my tornado to here instead.
That works. I like the font on that. That's awesome.
That is an ice.
Okay, she forgot we were playing.
Yep.
All right. So, oh wait, I did type that damage down. Yes, I did. Okay. Next, stop it. Slight over, slight. There we go. That's perfect. That's what I want. That's what you like to see. Let's see who's next. Next up, say Manus. It's the fighter. So, what does it look like as you launch your fist across the room at this this poor lowly like human scumbag?
You just kind of point my fist up, and it just starts to hum. and then just in an instant, it just flies off and just blocks him in the face, and then just loops back around and lands right back on my hand.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Knocks him on his ass. Yeah.
So next is Revian with the Teacup Tornado at an 18. So that is a mixed success. What is the number and what's the damage?
I rolled a 3 for the turns
Okay.
that it's going to be up, and I just rolled 3 for the ball bearings that went into the tornado. So, damage. 9.
Where's a good spot to put this? There.
Oh, I put it on the bottom of the. I actually added text to the bottom of it. You just can't see it. It's under Undead 4's name.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I see. All right, cool.
I figured that'd be easier than you putting all in sticky notes.
Hey, that's perfect. How much damage did you say?
9.
9. Oh my god. So Revian once again clearing the room. Yeah, because that's 9. They only have 1 armor and they're 7 HP. So yeah, you clear the skeletons out of that corner there. Wait, is that one? I am gonna roll a D4. This space is gonna be 1. This space is gonna be 2. We're gonna see where he's standing. I don't know. I was just kind of set in there. They're supposed to be idle, and I wasn't sure how hardcore you guys were gonna come into the room here. Well, let me find a D4. I don't want to pour all my dice out quite yet. I might have to. There we go. I'll use one of
You have a
yours,
dice
Kyle.
roller?
I do. 3, so he's in this space. So yeah, he's dead too. So yeah. All the skellies are dead. Very nice. Describe it. Give us an image.
I focused on my left hand. Consider Jugs on my shoulder. I have both hands free. Focused on my left hand, and I pull up a little mini tornado, and I fling it out to the center of them. Right as I let it go, my right hand whips out with my ball bearings, and I toss those in, and it just starts spinning them up, tearing them to pieces, and there are pieces of skeletons flying everywhere.
I love the sound of ball bearings in the morning.
As you search their inventories, it's just a little bowl and it says bone dust. My Skyrim people. Anybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I can get the rest
One of
of
the
this loop for this.
one of the skeletons doesn't even fly. He just falls to the ground.
Then one of them makes a rattling tribal instrument sound as it falls down as well. And then there's like deafening. All right. Up next is Jug. Jug.
Alright, I rolled. Before I do that, I'm gonna activate my gauntlets. Ting ting, and then say,
Revian, just toss me at somebody. I don't care who it is.
Oh yeah, Jug, you also have that hearing aid that I gave you that you can use. I don't remember how many times you can, but I just remember that.
Yeah, because you have bat like sonar.
Yeah.
okay, so I'll just like, Jug holds out his fingers and snaps to see what he can hear. And obviously tornado, but as the,
Hey, that would have given you all the noise you needed. You wouldn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
had to snap your
Honestly.
fingers.
oh, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. Fighter 2.
All right. What are you
Hard-
doing?
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I
hard
was
to-
messing with a few things. If you said. Are you doing a hack and slash or are you using a move?
No. Unstoppable force
Hell yeah. All right.
here. 25, 30. I could run through these two guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Fighter 1's already messed up from when I punched him in the face.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just run through these two guys.
Did you measure that? Is that?
Yeah, I was right
Okay.
here.
Oh shit! I don't want to move Revian. Why is it moving Revian? Stop it! It's moving Revian for me. I don't want to do that. I was just trying to measure it.
Yeah, he's 1, 2, 3.
I'm just
4,
checking.
5, 6.
Okay. I didn't know if it was. Yeah, you. Where would you like to end up? Is what I'll ask. You want to stay in that space once you get there?
You
That's
did
pretty
that
much
the
where it
hard
ends,
way.
I think.
Yeah.
Why is the
You have your
measurement tool
character
grabbing
distance
things
tracker.
now? Is that turned on?
You could have just clicked on Jug and hit the character distances.
That's true, but I was trying to use the
Oh.
measurement tool, but it like grabs people now. That is not what I wanted it to do. Oh, I'm stupid. There's a ruler. It's up at the top. There we go. Yeah, I could have just done that.
Yeah.
That's literally all I needed to do. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. There's two options. So if you click
I
the
see
ruler
a name
thing,
on the distance thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to ignore.
what?
Spoiler.
Don't use the ruler. It reveals a name that is 220 feet from me. Do the character distance at the top. Click on
Hang on.
any one of the characters and hit character distance. It gives me a name of something you placed somewhere.
Wait, why is that? That's not important to this. It's not a spoiler. But how is that being measured?
I don't know, but it's 220 feet away from me.
What the fuck?
what?
That's very strange. Wait, I know what happened. Where is he?
I've been 5 feet away.
Okay, well,
It's
ignore that for now.
220 feet away.
I don't know. I know where roughly, but I don't know where exactly.
It's 220 feet away.
I don't know how that happened. I thought because this is a completely different scene, so that shouldn't even be there. Anyways, coming back to initiative.
We need to do, you passed over Yelsif and Boar.
Yes,
because
I
you
did
had
that.
rolled for
That's
them
what I
before
was
he did.
distracted by while we were doing his thing. Jug, what damage did you roll?
Back. Seven.
7?
7. Those
7. That's a goblin, and that's fighter 1. So yeah, 7 kills fighter 1. Fighter 1 is dead. And 7 goblin 1.
They lost.
7.
You don't have your rangers in the initiative, by the way.
Yeah, he's separate. He's one of the fighters.
Oh, okay.
He's technically a fighter. I just don't have him marked because he's a completely different symbol. He's got a bow instead of a blade. I put him that way specifically. Don't you worry. You're in good hands. At least today. All right. So Jug charges through, kills a scumbag, hurts a goblin quite deeply. Quite odd to face an opponent that's only slightly taller than you. And we will do Yelsif and Boar. Whom of which are currently stuck in the back.
I can say,
let's see.
if I need to, I was gonna have Manus move, but I forgot I can have him move up a little bit.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
into-
Where would you want to move to?
I was just gonna have him stand like right here.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll
Like
be
he,
able
like,
to move
catches
through
his
then.
elbow. Cool.
Got him. I'm damage.
I have to remember what they do exactly. I made these
breaking
last
up.
week. Who, me?
Because my mic's not close enough.
Not you,
Oh.
him.
Gotcha.
Maybe
Ah,
gotcha.
there
because
you
my mic is good and sucks. So I don't. I took damage basically because my complication
I gotcha.
because
Okay.
I used my 14.
Okay, I gotcha. Cool. Let's see. We'll do who's first technically. Yelsif is first, so Yelsif will come. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite close enough to that guy as he would like.
He could have made it to fighter 2, though.
He could. Do you want him to go to fighter 2 instead?
You're...
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
5. Which side? There.
Go ahead and move
Or
him.
there.
Go ahead and move him. Yeah, move him there so that Tulit can get beside him
Okay.
Yeah.
on his turn.
Okay.
'Cause that'll be
Boar
the
is up
si-
next
right there will be
after
the
Yelsif,
six.
and then Yeah, let's see. Alright, so he's going to do something called Setup Strike, where he's going to swing, and then the next person to hack and slash, their next attack against his target, so this fighter, is going to do an extra 1d4 damage. So he's going to roll, do his bout of attacks. 16 plus 3. That's 19, a lot, so he gets an extra d6. Actually, didn't get any dice out. There we go. There's the dice that I need, actually. All of them. So he's going to do 7 plus 3, a fuckload of damage. He's a fucking paladin. Imagine.
Smited.
That's a dead fighter. Paladin shit.
Real
Fighter
paladin.
2, that's the one. That's what I was trying to find out. There we are. So I said... And... oh. Fighter 2 is hanging on by a thread.
Oh.
Yeah, Yelsif pulls out his blade and just fucking cuts him across his whole body. He's just bleeding everywhere. Boar is up next. Boar is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Which direction? He's got 2 more.
Maybe towards the goblins?
Towards the goblins? 5 and 6. Alright.
You guys are cool with that.
Alright, so up next now. Or Yelsif, we did Jug already. The fighters... Fighters are up next. So we've got 2 fighters remaining. One of them is hurt severely. Whoa, stop doing that. Notepad. Let's see, where is their stats? Okay. He rolled crap. So fighter with the sword misses because he's fucking bleeding out. Fighter with the bow is going to aim his bow at Jug, whom of which just went flying by like Sloth at the end of fucking Full Metal Alchemist. Which rolls a 3 and he completely misses, terrified. So that's 2 misses.
Awesome, kill a man.
Yeah, Tulit is up next, trying to hurry. 1, 2, 3. Which direction? He's used 3. He's got 3 more.
Yeah.
Right here is
There.
where we were talking about, so we can
4,
fight the fighter.
5, 6. All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Open up his stats again. Got multiple windows in my notepad. I'm glad they made that change. That's so cool. Very helpful. I got their things turned around, actually. I just realized it doesn't matter, but... because they do the same damage. However, he does not have Setup Strike.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's same thing. No changes. Except Tulit rolls a 13 for hack and slash, so he gets just regular damage, just a regular D8, and does 3 plus 3, that's 6 damage against Fighter 2, who, imagine that, disintegrates and turns into a pile of ash. Actually, he doesn't, he just falls over. Next up is the 3 goblins. Goblin 1 is technically in that space. He's gonna go... Goblin 1 is gonna go probably towards his friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say there. 1. He's gonna stop over here by Jug. And then, let's see. Yeah. That looks good to me. So Goblin 3 is injured quite badly. Alright, so... I'm gonna roll these and I'm gonna take them left to right in terms of which goblin does what. So 19 for Goblin 2 Whom of which I was going. Yeah, left to right. So they will do a D8 of damage. What is that? That's a 2, right? 2. 2 damage to Jug. Goblin 3.
Nothing, because he doesn't have 2 armor?
I have 1.
you have
Goblin
1.
3 does nothing. He misses. Goblin 1 does 17 against, I guess, Tulit, because that's directly in front of him. And he's going to do 1 damage to Tulit, which I don't think does damage to him because he has armor. It does not damage Tulit. Imagine that. 1 damage doesn't damage him. Alright, up next. Back to the top. Lex, what are you doing?
Let me see.
Chop, chop.
Alright, what was the movement again? About, what, 6 spaces?
About 6 spaces, yeah.
Yeah, alright then. Let's see, right about here.
Fighter 2 off the board since they're dead.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Added the ranger so that he still got an initiative.
I see, let me think. Yeah, I think I'll use Elemental Mastery again this time. Kinetic Arts on me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus wisdom.
19.
Very nice. Choose your tag and range.
Okay, let me see. Well, he's right in front of my face, so I would imagine that to be probably close, right?
Yeah, close would be the appropriate one, or hand, but it actually literally doesn't matter because they're the same thing.
Close.
I will never stop bitching until we switch systems. That's such a stupid distinction to me. In another life, I would take the time. If I wasn't so obsessed with trying to world build and push through my ADHD constantly, I would sit aside time and just like completely rework Dungeon World in the way that we're currently working with it and just fix the game.
Yeah.
Problem
Dungeon
number 1.
Universe coming soon.
So, small sidebar. I was listening back to Sharp, you and your brother's first campaign with Colton, and I never realized then, but I realize now why you guys got so confused all the time when I would ask for rolls. Is because all the moves have different fucking names. In D&D, it's very clear because they're all, it's like, okay, make an intelligence check. Okay, make a strength check. Okay, make a strength saving throw. You know what? You are told what to roll, not some convoluted message that's trying to be clever. That's it strikes me silly sometimes. Anyways, you chose your range and tag. What tag did you choose? Close? Or you close is your range. What tag did you choose?
Close. I think I'm gonna pick piercing on that.
Piercing, okay. Which is piercing 2 with that move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then roll your damage.
Alright.
Damage.
What is my damage here? 3.
3. Very nice. Okay. Goblin 1. Where'd he go? Goblin 1.
Yep.
So, what does your attack look like? What do you do?
Let's see.
Having used elemental mastery rather than hitting him with your new blade.
I caused the ground to push upwards in a pillar, launching him into the ceiling.
Music changes, very thematic.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. So
That's why I read this class to begin with.
So the floor like comes up and like smashes him into the ceiling, which isn't like super high above your heads, and then comes back down as he's like, it's a goblin, so he's really short, and he's pissed him off. He's not happy, but he's a small goblin. There's only so much he can do. Didn't hurt him too bad, but it like you pissed him off. He's not
Just
in a
a
good
little
mood.
guy.
More than enough for me.
I misrolled the goblin's damage. It's whatever, it doesn't matter. It was low rolls anyways. Alright, up next is Manus. Manus.
Gonna cast magic weapon on my gauntlet for next turn.
Hell fucking yeah. Roll it.
Right, that is. That's a 20 with modifiers, so.
Alright. Sorry, hang on. I was reading a move really quick on the paladins. Just refamiliarizing, because I gave them each like 2 paladin moves from the sheet. So you rolled a 21. So magic weapon is activated. You now have a magic weapon. It's totally magical. Revian, what are you doing?
I am going to head up here.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to attack Goblin number 2 with my sword.
Goblin number 2 with your sword. All right, hack and slash, and you roll plus wisdom.
Yes, I do.
And you have 2 piercing plus
4.
2 plus
2 piercing plus 2 damage and a messy.
Ah, so an extra D4 of damage. Yeah, so this is gonna hurt.
Yes, and I rolled a 23. So I get an extra 6.
An extra D6 as well. A D6 and a D4. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna hurt.
Okay, so I'm going to actually use this because I don't have all the rest of them out yet. So I need a D4, a D6. That's 7 plus 2, so 9 damage and 2 piercing.
So you wait, your base damage die is a D6, right? So a D6 and another D6.
D4.
Wait, your base damage die is a D4?
My damage is a D4. That's why I keep
Really?
using the magic, because it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My
Oh,
base
I guess
damage
it's
is a
counting you like a
D4.
wizard.
Let's-
So yeah, the wizard's damage die is a D4 as well. Okay, so 2D4
The sword had plus 2 damage.
and a D6.
Oh, it's 2D4. Okay.
Yeah, because you get a D4 from the messy. Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Crap. So that's still 9 at the moment. So let's roll another D4.
Yeah, so you get a D4, a D4, and a D6 from rolling a full success. So 12 full damage.
Well, full damage with 2
What
piercing.
what does this goblin look like as it turns to paste?
It's like, well, he's shorter than me, so I'm swinging straight down, and I basically cleave him straight in half to try and get to Jug, who's still blind.
Yeah, it's a Copus. That's what it's for. Just fucking. So yeah, there is no question. You do in fact split the goblin in half. Quite
Nice.
easily, actually. It kind of goes through like butter. He must have sharpened it before he fought you guys in the city, because it just.
Oh my god.
It kind of sounded like.
I'm taking a drink.
It kind of sounded like if you've ever like taken a cucumber and like cut through it into the cutting board with like a really sharp knife that was sharper than you were expecting, and like kind of makes that sort of kind of crunch sound as it goes through. It's kind of like that, and then like the satisfying thump as it hits the bottom. It's kind of like that.
Jug's right next to him. I just hear the
Slight spark at
ching.
the floor.
I'm no Matt
ching,
Mercer,
and
but
I'm like, what's going on? What was that?
all right. So Goblin 2, deadoed.
Eviscerated.
Goblin 1 is still alive. Goblin 3 and the Ranger are hanging on. All right. Up next is Yelsif. Revian, did you finish your move? Did you want to move? Did you have any more movement left before the end of your turn?
No, I went to
continue on?
full 6.
By the way, if
I
you
went full
you
six.
don't have to take a specific part of your turn to move, you can do it at any time. So like if you don't use all your movement before the end of your turn, after you use your move, you can move again. Just keep in mind, if you put yourself next to an enemy, they can possibly attack you, depending on what it is they were already going to do. So it might up your chances of getting hit if you move right up on an enemy. Anyways, use your movement at any point on your turn, as long as you haven't used it all. So you're good there.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Up
as far as
next
I can
is
move.
Yelsif. Is next. So Yelsif is going to go. No, you guys tell me. Where's he going? Move him as you will.
I
I'll
would
let
have
you.
said distract the ranger.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
All right, we'll put him there.
Get him.
And I gotta remind myself this is Yelsif that I'm dealing with, not Tulit. Let's see. His stuff is mostly defensive. So Yelsif has defensive stuff. Tulit's got kind of the supporty type stuff. Gives you some damage. He can do lay on hands. And then Boar has Exterminatus and Charge, of which he's not going to use here because this is a quick skirmish in the front room of the dungeon. So Yelsif is going to swing. He's going to swing on a motherfucker. Which die? Which die to use? I'll use the new one. Funky font, but they're solid black. Came with my, I haven't showed you guys this yet. My wife got me these for like a Father's Day kind of gag gift. Dunce chair and a king's chair for my dice.
That's cool.
They've been sitting there, sitting in my dice
pretty
tray.
cool.
So whoever proves the king. That is a 4. The first to inherit the dunce hat.
I was gonna say.
Beautiful.
Absolutely wonderful. So Yelsif fails because +3 is not going to get him anywhere. But he swings at the ranger no less and misses. Up next is Boar. Boar hasn't quite done anything yet. What would you like him to do?
Should we have him attack Goblin?
He can actually. I was about to say he can get right up in amongst all 3 of them, and probably. Goblin 3's been damaged by Jug, and
probably finish off Goblin 3.
Yeah, I'd say Goblin 3.
Goblin 3?
Yeah.
4. All right, so yeah, he kind of comes up this way, gets to this little fountain bowl thing that comes up out of the floor about 3 feet, and then he holding his he never wears his scabbard and blade like attached to his belt. He always carries it by the scabbard in his hand, and he always draws it, and then like as he runs up to the fountain, he kind of kung fu movie like jumps in the air, pulling his heels up underneath him as he spins and turns and pulls the blade out, and like he very, very windy. He gets the
Samurai.
he's got that heavy touch of the wind paladin coming out right now. It's kind of pretty to watch, actually. Okay, where is his stuff? So we're gonna roll. I'm gonna use the pretty die, the new one. Oof. I didn't give them a modifier. All right, we'll say it's a +3 also for his, but he fails because that's a 9. Yeah, he swings the blade and misses. Doesn't quite connect. Probably dodging after expecting something to happen from Jug getting up in his face. Jug, you're up next. What do you want to do?
You mean in his feet?
All right, cool. At his feet. Okay. Grab Goblin.
You're
Which one?
breaking up again.
Goblin 3?
I'm going to grab Goblin 3,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my ability face meet ground and just
Ew.
German suplex him into the fucking dirt.
Ooh, I want to read this again. Oh yeah, go ahead and roll plus strength. That's called face meet dirt, you said? I just want to remind there. Face meet ground. Smash and hold them into the ground. They don't look so good. They take a D8, 2d8 damage, but are no longer in your hold. I like that. Okay, so roll strength, which for some reason
+9. That's 20.
yeah, just roll strength for some reason. The natural one that will never happen. Go ahead and roll 2d8 since you're doing face meet ground instead of your regular shit.
And my gauntlets are activated. For an
Oh,
additional D6 and 2 piercing.
absolutely.
2, 3, 5 plus fucking 1. God, 6 damage. Are you kidding me? With 2 piercing?
Let's see, Goblin 3. That might do it though. Hang on. Yeah, that does it. Because I accidentally, so on this, I got my goblin switched around. I did 3 as 1 and 1 as 3. Because I started out doing 3 as what's listed as goblin 1 on my notepad. So yeah, that eviscerates him. What does it look like?
Yeah. Jug just like sidesteps right behind him and is just like, nothing personal, Gob. And then he just like grabs him right around the waist and just boom, slams him into the fucking ground.
Somewhere in the distance, probably coming from the tunnel here. Whoa, 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 whoa! In reference to the, it's Randy Orton! Coming in with the RKO!
Oh my god.
Alright. Up next, after Jug eviscerates this poor, lowly goblin, who didn't ever deserve such a thing. Up next is...
I'd do it again.
The Ranger. Goddamn Ranger. He does a 10. He fucking misses. Tulet. Tulet's gonna swing now. 8's a 5, plus that's an 8. He misses also, but he's rolling shit. I need to give them modifiers. That's the one thing I forgot to do when I made their little tiny character sheets that I made for each one.
This session, Revian's rolling the hottest.
He is
Doing
indeed.
12 damage.
Yeah, he's fucking
9.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Lex out here as well, rolling fucking high as shit. Alright, next is Goblin 1. Use the big die. 4. Nah. Nah. They're like, the end is inevitable. Ranger 1 actually is going to scooch away as far as he can into the corner. And just like try and back away.
Did anybody get an attack of opportunity?
Nah, I'm not gonna worry about those.
Just check.
I'm trying to, at least for stuff like that, I'm trying to think of it as Pathfinder, because Pathfinder attacks of opportunity are a fighter move rather than just something that you can do. Fun fact, in case you didn't know that. It'll be relevant, obviously, in the next couple of campaigns, because we're switching to 5e, and then we'll switch to Pathfinder, but anyways, fun fact. Up next, back to the top of the order, Lex, with a goblin that is, for lack of anything
Surrounded?
better, boxed in.
Does he get an advantage?
Nice.
I don't think
Because
he
he's
can
surrounded?
fail. I don't know that he can fail.
Alright.
Technically, what you have is +3 to your damage right now.
I see. How much health does this
Is
thing
that what
still
having
have?
surrounded friends
Not much.
help does?
Not much.
I don't think this one's... He's been sort of hit. Oh, wait, no, I
Sort
said
of.
that. I said Lex, too, but Lex rolled shitty on his last damage roll. He rolled
Yeah.
kind of poopy-ish.
So I'll just do a normal hack and slash.
Hack away, sir.
Okay.
What did I give you stats for that sword?
No, you did not.
I didn't? You don't have
believe.
stats written down for the sword? Okay.
Nope.
We're gonna say, I'm gonna give you +2 damage on that sword. And I'll
Okay.
say, I'll give it... What do you think is fair as like a tag to give it? There are many, but what do you think fits and makes
I'd
sense?
say either piercing or forceful.
See, I was also thinking piercing. Now, how many piercing seems
Probably
fair?
like 1, 2. 2 piercing, I think seems fair. 2, 3 piercing.
Okay. For as much work as you're
It
doing
is a
for
very
it.
sharp diamond.
Yeah, and you have been working on it quite a bit. So yeah, 2 piercing, +2 damage, plus piercing. +2 damage, 2 piercing.
Okay.
So we'll do that. So go ahead and roll it up. Hack and
What's
slash.
the modifier for hack and slash?
Hack and
there
slash
even
is
one?
strength.
Ah, strength. What's my strength modifier? Let me look at the script. I actually have no
I don't even
idea.
have my
what this
notebook
is
out. I
here.
still haven't wrote your shit down from last week.
What saves me most of the time when I'm using this sword will be the fact that I roll by wisdom instead of strength for my hack and slash
Oh, that'd be handy for me.
because of an ability. Because of an ability.
Yep. I think I have something that
Called
also
monk.
allows me to do that.
Literally called monk.
So wait, what was your base roll?
My base roll is unfortunately 6.
No, I mean your D20 roll.
Yeah,
It was a 6?
6.
The D20 roll that I just made was a 6.
I thought you'd already rolled and were rolling up damage for some reason. My brain skipped a step. Yeah, so first use of the sword, you draw it dramatically. And you're like, oh shit, he's a goblin. Swung it
short.
directly over his head.
Yeah.
Looking for the
Sword,
impressive
dodge,
move,
Yeltsin.
and then,
I was
oh
wondering
shit.
what my modifier was,
Yelp.
'cause I just rolled a flat 6.
Yeah. you
Manus,
also thought-
Manus, what would you like to do?
Seriously though, do I have a modifier?
I
Because it
would
might have been more than
I'm gonna
6.
move up to here,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try and launch another
Alright.
rocket fist at the ranger in the corner.
Absolutely.
All right.
Volley. Ranged attack would be the sensible word, but volley. Because we're playing other games.
Completely missed. That was a
Ooh,
3.
shit. Alright,
Oh
would you like to
my
move any more? Otherwise, we'll move on to Revian.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand over here. And yeah, I'm done after that.
Okay, Revian?
Track your failures for experience.
Yes, don't
I was
forget.
already putting it
failure-
down.
yeah, I will never, ever, ever remember that. Never, ever. I don't know why.
The minute I saw that 3, I was like, I'm writing that down.
I might
Revian?
have gotten higher than 6 on that roll if I remember my modifier, but I don't remember my freaking chunk modifier
Let me
was.
look. I don't know if you changed it on your last level up. I don't think you did.
I don't think I did. I haven't changed in a minute.
You have a +3, so unlikely.
Oh.
Unlikely.
So yeah, no, 9. Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. Even
All right, Revian, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna go at him with a sword again.
Murder him. All right, hack and slash. Plus wisdom.
Nope.
Swing and a miss.
Just nope.
All right, rapid fire.
I rolled a 4.
Let's see, who's up next? We got Yelsif and Boar, and then we got Jug. So 2d20s, an 11 and a 17, both roughly +3, I'll say. So, who's first? Yelsif is first. So Yelsif gets a full success. Again, actually. Second one. So, oh, I was rolling his damage wrong. They're trained fighters, so they have best of damage rather than just regular damage. So he does. He's gonna do a lot of damage here. All right. So that's a million. He explodes. Yeah, that's 9 + 3. Because he has a best of damage. I might going forward, because I'm not like. I don't have like rules completely figured out for these NPCs. I might remove the ability for them to get the extra D6 since they're not players technically. Since they also have best of damage because they're fucking trained warriors. Anyways, not to worry for you guys. Up next is Boar. 1, 2, 3. Boar is going to point his blade at him and look at you, Revi, and he says, "Are you sure?"
Yes. They are helping
He isn't.
the wrong people.
He swings, and the nervous ranger kind of like ducks to the side.
Swing and a whip.
He kind of does like a fancy stab motion and misses. All right, up next is Jug.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to this ranger,
Absolutely.
and on this guy, I'm going to use the hold and pull an RKO on him.
You're gonna put him right next to the dead goblin on the floor.
Roll
Watch
plus
out, watch
strength
out,
for
watch
some
out.
reasons. For some reason.
Throw him all the way across the room into the tornado. I think it's on its last turn.
18.
Yeah, totally didn't grab him at all. Roll your damage.
Big guy. King 1. Ooh, and an 8 on the D8, so 9.
9 damage total.
Plus 4 from my D6, so
God.
13.
You guys.
Plus 2 piercing.
He hasn't taken any
Watch out,
damage.
watch out!
So,
Watch out, watch out!
what's the damage total?
13. 2 piercing.
He's still... not really, I'm kidding, he's dead. He fucking
I was
explodes.
about to be like, wow.
Describe.
You popped. If you grabbed him,
yeah.
you popped his head off.
Yeah, Jug runs up to him, grabs him, just jumps up, grabs him like both the sides of the head, does a quick turn, and then just brings him down right on his shoulder. Ah! And you just hear a snap of the jaw.
All right.
Oh my god.
Did we just
All
lose
right.
somebody?
Shark
did.
might be having a problem.
Ah.
So I'm gonna slow the music back down.
I feel like Jug, that music was really appropriate. It felt like Jug did like a Skyrim kill cam move on that guy.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Skyrim music in the battle, and there's a lot of stuff. Listen, these playlists that I made, I put a lot of fucking work into them. I like
Now you get to use them.
now I get to use them, and I can use my tabletop ambience thing if I want to. But this isn't really a creepy sort of dungeon. This is just like a regular place that nobody's been inside of for a very fucking long time. So
Abandoned.
yeah, it's not necessarily like a creepy dungeon. Though I will play creepy dungeon music because why wouldn't you? Okay. All right, gentlemen. Now what?
Are we waiting for Sharp?
Yeah, just take your time. He'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back shortly.
I'd probably move over to Manus either way, next to the door.
Is there anything like in the room like that looks out of place? Like any like loot, anything of use, stuff like that?
Oh, his internet may have cut out for a minute. Oh wait, there he is.
Oh, you popped back up right as you said that.
Wi-Fi kind of went out. for
Oh,
a
you're
second.
good.
I
You're
don't
good.
know what's up with that.
That's all right. Okay, yeah, nothing happened. Fight ended. You know, nothing crazy. All right. Who's doing what? What's going on?
Is there anything of interest in the room?
Be lagging
I agree
again.
with
okay.
Manus.
Yeah, is
Um,
there anything in the room that we might want to grab before we get going?
Who all is looking? Give me a 1 and a 2. Who's leading? Who's aiding?
I'll lead.
Plus wisdom.
I'll aid.
All right.
Plus wisdom, and you can give him up to I'll say a +2 if you get a full success.
I got a 10.
Ooh. I'll
I
say
got
this
a
is
15.
I'll say this is a discern realities. So you give him a +1, so that is an 11. So he succeeds by a narrow margin. A narrow margin. Ask me one question from the discern realities list if you find one appropriate.
All right, let me find that list.
Open that. That's what I forgot to open.
Ooh, the fucking gem.
Playbook.
There it is.
Oh,
The
yeah.
gem
This-
of all dungeon music. Sorry to
This-
interject there. Okay.
Oh yeah, this brought me back into my character.
You want me to
in
read off the
Skyrim.
options for you?
I found it here.
Did you find-
Discern
okay.
realities, right?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
So as you look around the room, obviously there's the dead half-orc in front of you. And then there's the 2 dead, like city guard up at the front, by the front door that you stepped over as you entered. There's a cracked over old statue, and it looks, pretty old, like it may be weathered from water drip or just time and sitting weight focused on one specific portion, and it just fell over of its own accord eventually. The room looks pretty worn, except for that little pedestal right there by Lex, in the center roughly of the room. And as you walk up to it, backing up slightly, it's standing by that door. Like, look, as you begin your inspection, you see 2 divots on the bottom. And those are hand divots where someone lifted the door. Then you notice the pedestal in the middle of the room, and it's got some Celestial written on it. You speak Celestial, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It
As
says
do I.
It's about 3 feet tall off the floor, and it's kind of ornate. Kind of basically what's on your screen is what you get. That's about what it looks like. It's got those 4 hard sides holding it up off the floor, hollow underneath, with like a stone bowl, and inscribed around the rim of the bowl it says Half-Blood.
Interesting.
What's it say?
Could I take a knife and cut a little bit of my hand and put some of my blood in there?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
followed him over to the pedestal.
All right, yeah. Do I need to take damage for that?
1. That's fine.
All right, I'll take it. Cool.
Self-inflicted.
Yeah.
So, you cut your hand, and
It wasn't even Discord. It wasn't even my Wi-Fi. It was freaking Discord breaking. What the?
really interesting.
Yeah, that was weird.
There we go.
Some of the blood dribbles out into the bowl, and it's kind of quiet for a second. And then you do hear the faint rumbling of the stone and metal rimmed gate begin to, as it lifts open into the next room. So this door is now opened. Half-Blood. All right, let me cut it out for you.
Are we ready to go in there?
Ain't much else in here. I don't think.
Joe,
I
do
don't-
you want topped off on health? Like I can cast
For fuck's sake.
Cure Light Wounds real quick if you want.
I'll be
Did any of
fine.
us actually
Just-
take damage?
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you
you
did.
took 1 health.
Oh yeah.
He took 1 point of damage.
Wow.
All right, I'll just wait then, since you and I both just took the 1 damage.
Save your spells. I'll be fine.
By the way, I figured out how to attach you to my figure.
Oh yeah. No, now we ballin'.
If you want
Alright.
to detach, click on your figure and just click detach.
All right, what's the order and all?
Hard.
I'll let you guys move, and then also take the paladins with you as you. Oh yeah, we forgot one. I just realized this whole fucking fight.
Yes, I thought there were 4 paladins. I was
Nope.
like, wait, where's the other one? Or Terragus.
The rest
Terragus
of the
was there,
paladins
came
stayed
with us.
outside to guard the door. Terragus. There's so many fucking things on the board. Anyways, move into the room in the order that you wish to move, and take the
go
characters
first.
with you as you wish to take them.
I'll go about right here.
Okay.
I'll come in right about here. I'm kind of sitting there.
What about Lex? What are you doing, Lex? Hello? He might be having a Discord. He is having a Discord.
He moved though.
He,
I moved him.
Ah,
yeah, he's
That was
having
me.
he's having a Discord. All right, you've entered the room. Another broken statue. Lots of rubble, wear and tear. The floor's chipped and cracked and broken, and it's an old place, as expected. What would you like
All
to
right,
do
guys.
now?
Guys, what's in here? Describe it to me in absolutely great and vivid detail. I usually like to appreciate these things.
I reach up and flick on your hearing aid and snap my fingers and then flick it off after you get your image.
So at the center of the room, I'll give you this because it's pretty obvious because it's enormous.
Yes.
At the center of the room, there's a somewhat wide obelisk, about 8 feet tall. It's kind of sectioned like a totem with a totem pole with some draconic writing and arcane symbols down each of its 4 sides. What would you like to do?
You said it has draconic on it.
Yeah, it's got draconic symbols down all 4 of the sides, like arcane draconic symbols.
Does anybody speak draconic here, by chance?
Can do.
Could I use one
What?
of the uses of my books to see if I could figure out what the runes mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and mark it off.
All right, cool.
All
That
right.
might be my last use of my books. Okay,
I
no, I
think
still
s-
we're good. We have 2. I have 2 more.
Okay, so it's 5 instead of 3. Okay. So yeah, going through this sort of
Here, I'll
basic
move up to it
draconic
as well.
dictionary that you've got, kind of dealing in like arcane draconic symbols. Looking at it and inspecting it, it wants spells. It wants spells and mana deposited into it. Though how many you're not sure.
All right. Would I be able to just spend a charge and power it that way?
I have some mana to spare. I haven't actually
Okay.
used any because I rolled so good on my teacup.
If you want to try, go for it.
I'll move up and I will put 2 mana worth in. See what happens.
You watch as the glyphs alight from bottom up to about 2/3 of the way up the obelisk, but it's all the symbols are glowing, and you feel as you touch the stone, you feel a faint vibration in it as you do this as well, but nothing else happens yet.
If it filled up 2/3 of the way, I probably would just add 1 more
Okay, and as it
mana to it.
fills, the level of the arcane symbols lifts and comes up to the top of it as both doors in the room, this door and this door, both begin to, as they lift up to the top and open. As it currently sits, you're forgetting that I can click and drag. You don't see much into these hallways, but you see enough.
Did we hear anything different between the 2 rooms?
No, just that faint sound of the continuous clinking. Clink, clink, clink. It's a little bit
Gotcha.
more distant now that you're inside, considering that maybe there's some level of some way for the sound to escape up at the top of the mountain above you. But, oops, tap.
Do I feel any differences in the wind coming from the rooms, or is there any
Oh.
motion?
That's what I was thinking.
Roll plus wisdom for me. And if you're also feeling for this Manus, you can aid him by also rolling wisdom if you like.
Yeah, I will
got dirty
definitely do
20.
that. I will aid him.
You got a 20?
And
I got
rolled
a dirty
16.
20.
Yeah, so the both of you kind of just gaining an idle sense of these silent tunnels. You feel the age. This place is old. Very old. The age is like, it's in the smell, it's in the air, it's in the stones. Everything says it all. But the next 2 rooms are, at least standing right here, testing the wind, feeling it out, giving it a bit of a naked sus. It's silent. Wind is calm. Small amount of breeze that there is, which is very, very little. Very stagnant
No
air.
smells no smells aside from the musty smell coming through.
No, just
Nothing?
old stone.
Which door has the handholds on the bottom where somebody opened it?
Roll plus wisdom.
Can I aid him with this as well?
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
absolutely.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't
If
matter.
It doesn't matter. I won't
I
worry
rolled a
about
4. I rolled a 4.
Oh, yeah, no idea. You can't tell.
It wouldn't be obvious. Take big ass hands to do it.
Not for this one.
Come on.
The doors aren't quite as heavy as that last one.
Can I cast
Somebody
light
check
as a
dust.
rope and try to look again?
Do what?
Can
Oh,
I
his
cast
PC
light
just
as a
crashed.
rope? Oh no.
Do we want to stop here? So we don't do anything past this? His full PC crashed.
Oof.
Is it sharp, right?
Yeah. That's
Yep.
yikes. Okay, well, let's see. So, Manus, you're trying to do what again?
I was gonna cast light to try and illuminate the area and try and see which door had the handprints again. I was gonna check since Revian failed the roll. I was gonna try and roll for it.
Well, the difficulty, like, as you shine a light around it, the difficulty becomes that, like, the doors have already gone up into the ceiling, and there's not much to gain from looking at it. Yeah, it's hard to tell. The floors are pretty scuffed up here, so it's hard to tell. There's lots of cracks and breakage.
I probably would have asked somebody to check, see if there was any change in the dust on the other side of the doors, on the floor.
Oh yeah, can I check for that? See if there's any like disturbance behind the doors.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah, roll plus
footprints or
wisdom.
anything? Cool. 21.
21, yeah. So the door on the right, there is some dust disturbance, a little bit.
I say we go that way.
It's very faint, but there is some. The difficulty becomes that it's hard to tell because of the cracks in the floor, the fallen debris from the ceiling above, and the floor breaking itself apart. And the randomly dispersed wet spots in the stone from where water has slowly seeped through the stone of this mountain. But best guess is probably right.
I say we start heading that way, guys.
Agreed.
Fine
How
by
about you,
me.
Jug?
I'm along for the ride.
Terragus, any thoughts?
You're talking to Terragus? He's just,
I said, asked him if he had any thoughts. He's a bit more experienced than most of us.
well, he steps up and he kind of looks around at it, and it is hard to tell. I agree with Manus. Looks like they may have went that way. It's hard to tell. This place is very old.
All the more reason to remove these interlopers.
Indeed. Do we want to split up?
Oh,
Any returns?
That was an annoying thing to deal with.
All good though?
Took it slow. So, obelisk in the middle of the room. Manus inspected it. Revian walked up, pumped some magic into it, and the two doors opened. As they began to try and figure out which direction the bad guys went.
You just missed the Sherlock Holmes portion
Yes,
of
they
the...
Sherlock Holmes'd that they went through the right tunnel, best they can guess. And then
They were using all
Terragus-
kinds of big boy words I couldn't understand. It was insane.
Terragus was essentially asking if you guys wanted to split up and see what's in both, or what.
I do not think that's a good idea in the slightest. I think we should
Splitting
stay
up,
together.
yeah, splitting up sounds horrible. Let's stick. I say we stick together.
As
Strengthen
do
them.
I.
Put all our eggs
It's
in one
unlikely-
basket just to be safe.
it's unlikely that they went one way and then came back and we wouldn't see evidence of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they would have had to open the door a second time to get back. Because they didn't activate the obelisk.
They also, their purpose seems very sure. It seems
They seem like
did
they
not
know where
waste
they're
time.
going.
Exactly.
And knowing what this belongs to, I can't listen to that right now. It like gets me pumped. I'm like, that character's not here right now. Stop it. Colton knows what I'm talking about. If he heard what I'm talking about.
I heard it for a second, but I wasn't really listening.
Every time I
didn't get
hear
who
it,
was from.
even I get the little twinge of like, oh shit. like I have to skip it every time because I know it's there. Okay, so so what's the plan? Move them as you like.
I'll take the lead.
All right.
Nice.
So as
I'll
you
put
walk up,
Manus there.
hallway begins to reveal itself bit by bit. Naturally. Hang on, I'm gonna reveal more because you guys are obviously gonna keep moving forward. First, I gotta cut this section out. Oops. Gotta move the thing around. All right.
As we're moving, I probably would have had told Terragus, since he's coming up at the back, keep a sharp ear out for anything coming up behind us, just in case.
Will do, my friend.
As we walk up to this door, is it open? Or is it...
No, it is currently closed. Smooth walls, smooth
I
door.
accidentally detached you.
Alright, so the door's just closed, there's no way to open it from this side?
At least as far as you can tell.
Can we tell if somebody opened it from the bottom, since the door is closed?
Once again, pretty obvious, like the front door. Having looked at that one before you had opened it, this is, yeah, it's got the two big divots in the bottom.
This is definitely Megalo's handiwork.
Do I need to open it? Is there any other way?
Your strength could be of great use, my friend.
What's the door
Do we
made
want
out
to
of?
check
Will I
and
be
see if
able to
there's
just
any
stand
mechanism?
Stone.
it? Stone.
Hell, if what's this robot's name? Gallo?
Megalo.
Gallo. If he can do it, I can do it. I threw him almost in the ocean.
If the door's made of stone, I can just force it open with my ability.
Maybe you could
You
try
got to
and,
think
like...
you'll have to hold the door open, and you are a foot tall. We will have to crawl through the hole.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ah, you're right.
Could we pick a Jug up as he's picking the door up? Kind of like picking...
It would
like if
then
you pick
become
up
our
Thor with
strength
his hammer.
test.
Someone just magically make Jug
that would-
bigger for a period
That
of
would
time.
require some extremely serious like arm workouts. Just, I mean, Jug's up to the task, but
That
like
would
he's
require all of us to pick him up at the same time.
got all
Yeah.
of his, most of his arms and everyone else hold them up. Like,
I think our best bet is to let Lex open the door then.
let's.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it, Lex.
Move out of his way so he can move up to the front.
Mental mastery.
Okay, elemental mastery, so that's a good D20.
Actually, I would just move Tulit to the back so that he has a clear view without
Yeah,
getting
Tulit-
too close to the
Tulit
door in case something's
Getting
on
the
the other
fuck
side
out of
of
the
it.
way. Not
That
standing in the
is,
way for that shit.
That's a 14.
14. So that's 2 and 1 or 3 and 2.
Alright, let me see. I'm gonna have to reconfigure my freaking play sheets because everything crashed on me. Let's see. Alright. 2 and 1. I'll just take the 2 and 1.
Nathaniel.
I'll say. Strong and forceful.
All right. What do you do to it?
I literally force the door to collapse on itself. It just cracks and breaks.
All right. The door just kind of like, essentially, Lex kind of waves a hand and it just kind of crumbles into gravel on the floor, all across the floor, right up to your feet, Menace, and into the next room a bit as well. And that is
I
where
take 2 damage because I screwed it up.
we will reveal a bit.
Someone like 16 HP.
Do you need healed before we go in the next room?
I shouldn't need it, but I think
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Onward we go then.
I'll just
Okay.
have to remember because I have no
You
idea.
should
how
have one of the
to
potions that Reggie made.
Oh. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, it's only 2
I'll,
HP. I think
I'll
it'll be
stand
fine.
about right here.
Or
up
just
against the
entirely
wall.
need it.
Yeah.
Okay, as you all enter the room, I'm gonna use a square for this one. All right, and hither is revealed some sort of three-sided pyramid in the middle of the room, and covered in red, gross lettering, as well as the other three in the other corners of the room. And they look odd. They have their own little sense to them. They look a little bit what's a good word? Evil. They have a bit of a evil, kind of reddish, not so cool, not so down for it sort of look. What would you like to do?
One minute.
Any ideas, anybody? Because I have no clue.
Can I roll? Let me see that to look at these. This big obelisk in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. As you approach it, absolutely. Let's see what that does again. I forget the exact thing. So,
I'll head over
ask
this
the GM 2 of the following
Wait, we're not-
questions. All right.
What?
What about the weird ones in the bottom left, top left, and top right corners?
Well, you might be about to find out. Manus,
What
what do you
does
think?
this do?
Mm-hmm.
And what has been done most recently with this or to this?
Well, these need no particular, but a smear of blood to activate.
Would my
You-
hand still be bleeding?
Probably.
Like,
So,
can I just unwrap it? And...
You want to let him finish the second answer?
Yeah,
Let him
sorry
finish
about
the
that.
second answer.
glancing around the room, you notice that there are no doors in this room beyond the one that you just walked through. So, you're assuming this may activate some kind of something. And no idea. Who knows?
Does he tell us this?
Yes, I do.
Can we see smears of blood on them recently?
Not
He said
from
what
where
happened
you're
to
at
it
currently.
recently.
Maybe the center one, but not the others.
So would I be able to see it if there were any
Yeah.
blood smeared on it?
Yeah, on the center one there is, definitely.
Okay. Do you guys want me to try it?
Question is, would it require the other ones to be done first? That looks more central.
Maybe the one in the middle activates the other ones.
That's what I was thinking of, because this one, I noticed that it does have blood on it. So, if you want, I
Can
could
we look at the other ones before we start anything?
Yeah, sounds good. Do you
I second
do you want to check? Each of us check one in the. Yeah, here I'll go up to the one up here.
Okay.
I'm having a look at this one in top right hand corner.
All right, everybody roll plus wisdom that's looking at one.
Nat 20.
3 questions.
I got 21.
15.
3 questions. 1 question.
Actually, nat 26. if I-
Discern realities list. Hit it up.
Okay.
Revian and Lex, you have 3 questions. Manus, you have 1.
What happened here recently? What should I be on the lookout for? And what here is not what it appears to be.
All 3 questions I was going to ask.
I figured
right.
those were the most relevant.
Well,
Exactly.
what's
Since
here?
I only have one, I'll
Mhm.
ask what is about to happen.
So. All right, Jesus, that's a lot of questions.
You don't have to. Yeah,
it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna generalize. So looking around the room, obviously no doors. These little obelisks, these ones in the corners, shorter than the one in the center, but not by a whole lot, not significantly, but structured slightly different. They have symbols on all three sides, and also require blood, of which is smeared across all three of them. Something about this room changes rapidly. Very rapidly.
Ooh.
Once something is turned on.
I wonder what that something is.
Do these have any writing on them by chance?
Yeah,
Any
but
runes,
it's like
inscriptions?
probably some form of like abyssal or fiendish, something like that.
I speak a little infernal. Would I be able to make out anything about it?
Nothing specific, just
Blood.
just blood, pretty much is the main focus. That would
there
be the
anything
most
relevant to the
recognizable
what here-
aspect.
Was there anything relevant to what here is not what it appears to be?
One of these walls is the door. However, cannot be forced open. You assume maybe over there by Lex and Manus somewhere in that area would be the door, but it's hard to say. Because there's no visible
Well,
change
Judd,
in the wall.
I think you're still bleeding a little bit from when you got hit. You want to use some of your blood since you're already hurt?
Is this? You think it's like the bowl in the first room that said required half blood or whatever? I'm not half blood.
If no one wants to hurt themselves, is this a good time for me to say that I can blood bend?
Technically, all three people have a person that has been bleeding recently at a
I
pillar.
was about to say, yeah. I will. I'll put my hand on one of the pillars to activate it if that's what you guys are ready to do.
I'll go. I'll try it. Why not?
All right.
I'll see what happens. Touch my wound a little bit.
I put my hand. I put my hand up against the pillar I'm at and kind of wipes some blood on
I'll
it.
jug out so he can touch it.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I don't know if I am bleeding, so I have no idea.
Well, you have two daggers. It would make that would change that quite easily.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Nosebleed, maybe?
Yeah, no, he just has a nose. He has a
So-
nosebleed from opening the door by force.
There is a uneasy, unsettling
Yeah.
silence over the room, and conclusively nothing happens.
I know it was the middle one. Just hear him from across the room.
Yes,
you
but
guys
these
think
may have
we're-
needed to be activated first.
Do you think we all have to put our hands on the middle one to activate it, since our blood are on the other ones over here?
I would at least test with one person first, because we may not have to put the effort into all three.
Do you guys want me to do it?
That or it may be somebody has to do each one separately.
That could be it too. But
If
we
you
should
want,
at
I
least
can-
try the middle one first, just in case, because we might be putting in too much effort that we don't need to.
There's way too many options. Let's start simple. Yeah, let's try the middle. Seems like a
Manus.
good bet.
I'm gonna back away from this pillar just in case.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, Manus cautiously walks up, and before he puts his hand on, he's like, "Please, everyone, step away from the walls." And he just barely puts his hand against the middle one with his bleeding wound exposed.
One of the three sides, the abyssal or fiendish infernal script, begins to alight.
Oh, maybe it is all. What's going on?
And a very eerie
believe it
blood
does read.
red as well.
Can I read the part that's illuminated now, or is it the same that I've been reading?
It's like unrecognizable aside from just like blood.
Try and
believe
touch
it
one of the
needs
other
all our blood.
sides. See if it
Yeah,
activates
absolutely.
the other ones, or if it needs somebody different.
Yeah, as you walk up to
Since
the
you
other
already
side of
came
it, the third side begins to alight.
Oh crap! I forgot I had my dog in here.
Surprise!
Oops.
Wolf.
I should probably put a token down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Forgot all about that.
There's a beast token.
Yeah, can someone do that for me? Because I still need to get accustomed to this one.
What's his name?
I believe its name was Lupa. Lupa.
There you go.
Oh, that works.
That's a beast token.
It's a boar. That's funny.
I could put it in monstrosity. It looks like a werewolf.
No, that works. Because it technically is a wolf. Yep, that works exactly. I think that's the one I used last time.
So, are we waiting for Lex to touch the other side?
Yep.
Do I need to touch it too?
Okay,
That's-
then. Just have my friend stand a ways away over here.
Well, nobody tried to pull away, so I'll make this point. If you do try to pull away, you can't. But
Gotcha.
as Lex touches the third side and it begins to alight, disturbingly, it begins from the seams in it from each side. It begins to just drain blood down the sides and over the front. As the room, you feel like a little bit of like a bump, then you feel like a shift, a vibration, and then I think Manus is probably the only one to have ever actually experienced an earthquake, Aragos being quite active.
Yes.
As the room begins to vibrate violently. What would you like to do?
Oh, here we go.
I will also point out a detail I forgot to mention because I have my notes for this particular room open now. The roof of the room is like 100 feet tall. Like, it's enormous. Like, you can't see up to the top from the light that you have available from Manus.
Oh boy.
Are the walls moving?
The walls are not moving. The floor hasn't moved yet. You do
Oh,
see some
shit.
cracks and seams beginning to form in the floor and imperfections.
Alright. Should we go check the pylons in the corners again, see if they're doing anything differently?
If we can pull
Can,
away from the
can we
thing
pull
and
the
look-
hands away?
Yeah,
Yeah, can
comes
we
off
Jug's
easily.
hand away.
Yeah, comes off easily. I imagine you would have jerked your hand away as the blood began running over the front and the sides down the little pyramid.
Alright, yeah, let's go check out the pylons and see if they do anything different now.
So before you go too
Do
far,
they look different before we get there?
Before you go too far, you move about 15 feet away from the obelisk. As
Oh.
Ooh.
alright, so give me a moment.
Oh no.
That, hang on, I got a bunch of dice on my dice tray, I don't need there. So I need that. And then I need... I need the correct dice. I need that, and I need... Ooh, that'll do. Alright, cool. And then I need that. Okay.
Jesus, this freaking room is like 95 feet wide.
Yeah, it's enormous. It's a
Very large
huge
room.
room.
Worries me.
Yes,
Does.
it does.
Okay. So, who stepped out first?
Do we want to roll for it, or?
It's up to you guys. You want to roll for it or
Roll
not?
off. Roll off.
Alright, let's roll.
What are we rolling?
You can just do rollies if you want, or roll plus dex if you like. It's up to you guys. This is a you guys roll, not a me roll.
I'm cool with just
I was
doing
asking
rolling
them.
if you guys want to.
Yeah, like rolling for what?
Straight
What's-
rolls. Who goes
We're
first?
gonna roll.
Straight rolls.
Roll a d20, see who goes first. Whoever's the highest.
Oh, I got an 8.
I got a 5.
Fuck. I got a nat 20.
So
Oh, cool.
Revian, Manus, and then Lex. All right. So Revian. Shit. So as you step, this rumbling begins to concentrate around in the area around you. I'll give you a chance to roll plus Dex. Pretty much anything happening in this room is going to be a Dex roll, so just prepare yourselves. Switch this to some slightly more problematic music.
I gotta roll 2 since I'm on his shoulder.
I'd say you're attached to him, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I got a 16.
16, so you'll take you'll take 4 damage.
Minus my armor?
As the room is rumbling and shaking, and a spike of stone launches itself up out of the floor next to you, several feet up above your head into the air, as you like step back from it, and it like kind of cuts you a little bit. Up next
Is
is
it minus
Manus.
my armor or full damage?
Subtract your armor. It is physical because it's just moving stone. Next is Manus. See,
I took 1 point of damage.
Manus roll plus Dex.
Because I had my armor active.
That's a
the whole time.
5.
5. That is unlucky.
Aw.
Fortunately, though, I rolled 6. Wait.
And
I take that back. Revian. I'm gonna have to re-roll your damage because I can't remember what I rolled. Manus, you take 3 damage. It's best of 2d6 that I wrote down, not just 2d6.
So if I have 3 armor, it gets negated, right?
Yeah, completely negated.
The power of Phalos and my magnetic shield that my inventions emit protecting me
5.
from whatever hit me.
For Revian, by the way, is the
2,
actual.
'cause I
Well,
have
actually,
3 armor.
halved 5, so 2. So yeah, pretty much no damage.
Oh, okay.
Up next is now Lex.
Yep.
What does that say? It's a 3.
What did you roll, Lex?
5.
Oh,
Holy shit!
I'm prepared for
Uh-oh.
this. Oh well.
No, you're not. I promise you're not ready for this. Because I wasn't ready for it either. Oh my god. Okay. So, you remember the first time you were ever on an elevator?
Oh no.
Yeah. 10. Okay, this is enormous. Oh, wait, hang
I'm one
on.
of those people in real life who would rather take the stairs because I literally do not like elevators.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Holy. 35. What the?
40.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, it's like this whole side of the room. Yeah, this entire side of the room.
That's not cool, mate.
No, doing getting elevated.
I didn't think the first one would be this big. All right, well, so there's
Does Lupa have to roll dexterity as well?
there is no dex roll because this whole section of the room shifts. You look over after your little event, and there's a wall where Lex was originally, and it just goes up into the dark. Lex, you are cast down onto your back, flat against the stone, as this platform lifts, and your life flashes before your eyes as you get what you assume is about roughly 10 feet from the ceiling as it stops.
Shit.
And you look down, and there's just a glimpse of light down below.
Hmm. Can I roll mastery to possibly lower it?
We'll go back around. We're gonna go to Revian because I kind of went around and since everybody kind of moved at once and then we did the rollies, we're gonna start with Revian. So Revian's gonna move and then reaction. Manus move in reaction, then you move in reaction. So this was essentially the outset.
Okay, right.
So Revian, your go.
Shit.
Oh crap! I'm out of time too.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. I noticed that.
Do what?
Not by much though. I'm out of time to like a singular minute. So
Shit.
We'll see if we can't get somewhere, maybe.
we might be able to.
Well, seeing basically the wall,
Mm-hmm.
I've been going, holy shit, is this thing gonna... The floor is destroyed, basically, in this room. Is this whole room gonna open up into parts going up? Ah, crap. I'm gonna try and head... Well... I'll probably head
Up
over
in the air.
toward...
Small correction
Yes,
before we get too
no,
much
won't.
further because I made a small minor mistake. Difference of being next to each other. That was down. Revian, the light is now above, and you guys saw a hole where Lex used to be. Lex, you're in a hole. Lex is in a hole.
Oh, I am in a hole.
Yeah, so think the same thing, except you've got very, very light for a moment. And Lupa definitely yelped and backed away from the cascade downwards as you suddenly stop and all your weight kind of comes back down
So
on you.
Lupa backed away from the hole before it
Lupa
went
is
down?
in the hole with him.
Okay. Oh shit.
I'm still not sure exactly what happened.
Neither am I.
Hmm.
Oh.
The floor sank
Can I
in
tell if
with
we
Lex
went
Luthor,
up
right?
or if he just went down?
Yeah.
No idea.
Can I tell if we went up or he went down?
No idea. No way to tell.
Did
You're
we
in a
see
box.
The walls move at all? Nothing?
The walls didn't move, just the floor.
So,
Shit.
is it possible that the whole section of floor I was on moved up so high that it looks like there's a hole in front of them? It just floated in the air. Or did it go straight down?
No, you went straight down. They're
You
just
went
like
down.
jagged earthquake walls on all the edges exposed of that rectangle there on the screen. It's just jagged, like it's not as even and clean as the walls there. But yeah, it's like jagged earthquake, like it just dropped straight down. Not sinkhole. It didn't suck him in. You're not gonna never ever find him, but he's down in a hole somewhere.
Well, I'm gonna activate my ability to fly.
I do
And
not hope I
hover
find
above
a ring
the
of power
ground.
then.
So you're hovering.
I'm basically hovering so that in case the floor decides to go up on me, I'm not gonna get slammed into the floor as it goes up too far. But if it goes down, I don't move. And I will probably head to the edge of the hole to try and see if I can see him.
Where were
down
you
there.
originally?
Right here.
Okay. So, yeah, as you arrive where you are now, the floor begins to vibrate again. And
Which I can't feel.
You can probably see it though with all the stones around.
go ahead and roll plus dex.
Yes. I got like a 4.
Oof.
You take 4 damage as you get to the edge there and the floor, and then there's just this violent as there's an air pressure release in the floor from the shifting and moving.
Does it my armor negate any of it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's still physical. It's still like air hitting you directly rather than something magical. Manus, you are up
1
next.
damage.
What are you doing?
Steaming.
Can I spend one of my charge to activate like my magnet boots to give me some more like control as I'm walking around?
In what
I don't
sense?
do anything.
Probably not.
Yeah, I will just. I guess I'll make my way over here as well.
Okay.
I'll go about right there.
As you hit that third square before you step up again, so the square just before you, where you stopped, go ahead and roll plus dex. Like I said, pretty much everything in this room is going to be probably dex. There's not really anything else that's going to happen.
12.
Aside from using moves. 12. Alright, so you take 4 damage.
With minus the armor.
Yeah, subtract your armor. As you're stepping across, and the room next to you kind of shifts slightly and changes, and then like some kind of air pressure release sends a boulder over and like kind of like smacks you as you're running across the room. Room's just shaking, vibrating, just this ongoing rumble, never-ending, continuous. Lex, what are you doing?
I call Lupa over to me, and I use my ability to fly to float us both in an attempt to get out of the hole.
Okay, yeah, so yours just activates, I believe. The difficulty will be Lupa. She's quite large.
I think I can roll mastery to cast it on both of us.
Okay, go ahead and roll mastery.
So that the wind surrounds both of us, because mine is technically like a aura of wind around me.
It's a creative use, yeah. Roll mastery.
Okay, yeah, mastery. 10! Son of a freaking glitch!
It doesn't seem to work out. But you are able to fly yourself.
That's unfortunate. Well, I choose to at least look around instead then, because I'm not leaving her behind.
Hard to see, as it is very dark down here. You're like 90 feet from flat ground, where the light was coming from, which is Manus.
I see. Can they hear me if I say something?
You'd have to shout very loudly, but yes. At least to be understood. They could hear you, but it would be like echoed and muffled. But yes.
Oh, technically I can send a wind spirit to Rivian and tell him what I see. I would probably have to roll for that too, though.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, up next is Revian.
Is this affecting the other 4 in the room at all?
They haven't moved. But they are definitely like looking around at the rumbling and are concerned.
But it hasn't affected them.
No, they haven't moved yet. And nothing seems to have happened.
Would I have realized this is probably based on movement in any way? Because they aren't affected yet?
After a third sort of explosion of the room, yeah. Yeah, definitely something to do with what's going on in the room.
Grand.
And I would probably holler out to everybody, I think the more you move, the more likely it is that you're going to have issues with the room. I think it's based on motion.
Do we need to use this to open one of the walls, do you think? Like, since, like, if we know one of these walls is the door, do we need to go over there and make the stones move to, like, open a passageway, maybe?
Would the, what here is not what it appears to be, would that have told me which wall?
The
not
one
even,
to
not
the
the
left.
specific section, just...
Yeah, it would, no, you figured that out. It was the wall to the left of the room, but not sure which part of it.
I guess
Second
if
one.
you want to stay over here and try and get Lex out, I can make my way over to that wall and see if I can find the door.
Well, technically, I could get myself
No.
out, but I don't think they'd know that at the time.
That's true.
I probably would have noticed I probably would have made some kind of connection about the amount of space we were moving.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I
That's
moved
pretty
more
clear.
than 3 spaces. You moved 4 spaces. I would have probably told him only move maybe 5 to 10 feet at a time. Move slowly.
All right.
I probably would have just hollered down at Lex to see very loudly, using my wind if I have to, if he needs my help. Lex!
I would assume not.
You don't, but you said you wouldn't leave your wolf.
Exactly. And I just thought of several things I could do to actually carry her with me so that could work.
I probably would have hollered down at you and told you the more you move, the further you move and the faster you move, the more the room will shake and shift. I probably would have hollered at you about that.
Well, that would make sense.
And if you said you didn't need help, I probably would have moved 2 spaces to the left.
All right, Manus.
I'm going to also move 2 spaces to the left.
All right. Lex.
I am going to. Wow, I haven't had to use these in a minute. I'm going to use my daggers.
All right.
So I use my daggers and I summon the chains that are attached to them.
Mhm.
I wrap them around Lupa and lift her out with me while I fly up out of the hole.
Roll a mastery for that one.
All right, I can roll that.
Because this is like using an ability you have, but trying to supercharge it essentially to lift. Doable.
20.
Difficult.
That's 20 with modifier.
Absolutely.
20.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm sure the tags are unimportant, but yeah, you begin to lift Lupa out of the hole slowly. It's gonna take time. This isn't going to be a fast process.
I'd imagine.
Going vertically doesn't seem to affect anything though, as you shift upwards. So in 2 more turns, you'll be back up at the surface.
Okay, that.
So you are currently floating 30 feet in the air. Up next is Brevian.
Brevin, do you think
I'm gonna move diagonally towards the upper, further part of the corner.
all right,
If you're gonna head towards the direct left wall, I'm going to go this direction.
all right, sounds good.
2 spaces.
If anybody's enjoying this track as much as I always do, this is from Kingdoms of Amalur. In case you were wondering.
That's why I recognize.
It's literally
it.
just called Battle.
Oh.
Right? Here, let me look.
Is
See
it-
if
is
I
it
remember
fight?
well enough. Yeah, it's
I was
or no
wondering
fight.
why I recognized it.
Literally just called fight.
All right, I'm gonna move.
I was thinking
2
of playing that
spaces
game
further.
again too.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's
Such a
so
good
More
game.
into it.
I wish it was
Alright,
multiplayer. We could all play it.
Oh, that would be sick.
That'd be awesome. Wasn't it supposed to?
It
they
died
announced they're
in the
making a
original
second
game
one.
pretty quickly. All right, so Manus has done his
You
2
say about the
spaces.
second one?
Yes, they announced the second Kingdoms of Amalur.
Really?
Seriously?
How did they manage
Yeah,
that?
they're hiring the people who worked on the remake.
Oh, yeah.
Someone figured out that they're suddenly hiring people for a project related to it, so everyone's assuming it's a sequel.
I need to finish that game then. I never actually finished it, but I love it to death.
I never finished it either, and I need to do that.
Lex, your turn, then Revian.
He moved 2 spaces to the left.
Okay. Lex, are you moving another 30 feet vertical?
Yes.
All right, perfectly vertical, no problem. Revian,
I'm going to move 2 more spaces this direction.
Manus. Lex,
Am I touching
Is
the
he
wall
close
now?
enough to the wall to
I
instantly-
move further vertical again.
Yep, you are now surface. You are flat level with the floor where you were before,
Nice.
bringing Lupa shortly underneath you. Revian? Then
I'll
Manus?
holler at Lex and tell him not to go more than 10 feet or so at a time.
Wait a second, did I?
And then I will head over here. 2 more spaces.
Manus?
I spend some of my movement to get like close enough to the wall where I can start inspecting it, and I look everywhere that I can see in my immediate area to see if I can notice anything out of the ordinary.
You can roll plus wisdom if you like. Flex be deciding which direction you're gonna go.
Probably would have hollered at him and told him we're
23.
trying to look at the wall. 23.
It's just, it looks like just a wall. The door, as Revian has pointed out, should be on this wall somewhere, but there's no visible door.
Oh, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
It's probably not going to work unless it's my turn, but I can actually probably talk to Earth Spirits and ask them to tell me where it is.
Alright, I'll let you do that before I just try to like strafe the side of the wall and see if it like opens up when it tries to attack me. So I'll let you do that first.
Alright, so we're looking for a particular part of the wall? What are we looking for here?
There's a door in the wall somewhere on this left side of the room.
Alright, then I gotta use
And I got that from my inspection earlier.
Alright, that works. Okay, where's commune? Okay, I got overall wisdom here. Let's see. That's a 19. Okay.
Alright. Does commune work again? Remind me.
When you seek information from elemental spirits, ask the GM a question and take +1 if you bring an offering to the spirits, +1 if you master the element of the spirits, and -2 if you recently upset or endangered a spirit, or if it's an opposed element. I'm not offering anything.
So choose 3 because you got a full success. You rolled a 19.
Alright, well, I do have a +1 as well because I'm talking to a mastered element spirit.
Oh yeah.
Which would be Earth.
So a 20.
Okay, so I choose. Yeah, I choose to take so.
I choose you.
I choose. The spirit answers the question as best as they can. They won't demand anything in return, and I don't lose something valuable as payment.
Okay. So, so as you ask the spirit of the stone,
because I know the sucker would ask for my diamond sword because it's a freaking Earth spirit.
It kind of rumbles on your hand as you touch the stone, and it rumbles in the direction near Manus where he is. And then you feel it rumble under your hand again, and then it like kind of parts and goes all over the room.
That's weird. Okay, so I guess it's by where Manus is, I would assume? The second part is up for debate.
Yeah.
And you would have told him that and out loud so we would all heard it?
Yes, I would have told. I would have actually probably yelled that loud enough for everyone to hear.
And it's my turn, correct?
Yes, Revian is up.
I'm going to go ahead and move 2 spaces here and then tell Manus, what if it's related to blood like the pillars were?
Do you want to try and do you want me to unwrap my hand and put it up against it? See if that does anything?
You might try before you move and possibly take damage.
I'll do that, and then if that doesn't do anything, I'll see if I can activate the wall to open up by triggering him.
So you were gonna blood hand on the wall?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that first, and then we'll see.
Roll plus wisdom.
Alright. Eight.
You smear some blood on the wall, and nothing seems to happen.
Alright. You know what? I don't know if do you guys think I should risk trying to activate the wall by making the floor come alive, or do you think it's too dangerous, too risky?
If you decide to do that, you might keep your hand on the wall with your bloody hand on the wall as you move down. and it might activate something as you walk.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna
Or
try
run.
that. I'm going to move 3 spaces, and with my hand dragging against the wall to see what happens.
Shit. Shit. That one's fun.
Till later.
Roll plus dex.
Right.
Motherfucker.
18.
Alright. You take 2 damage. Subtract your armor.
Alright, I take no damage.
That is as a spike comes out of the floor and smashes into the wall where your hand was and, like, cuts your arm as it goes past.
But the wall didn't open or anything?
Mm-mm. No,
Alright.
the spike seems to actually hit the wall and, like, break off as it touches the wall. There's not a
Can I
gap
re-
between it, but it's like it hits the wall and breaks as it presses into it.
I want to relay to Rivian and Lex that I do think that we need to put the blood somewhere on this wall to open the door.
Oh. Tangle.
My kid would like to say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jackson.
Hi.
Say hello back. They're going to bed.
Let's see.
So, Lex is up next, technically. And then Revian, and then Manus. As per.
See. Well, crap, I'm now way over my time. Alright.
Yeah. I was trying to give you guys a chance to try and solve this. Best you can. We can end whenever we need to, but I'm trying to give you a chance.
Okay, so wait, what are we doing? I think I missed some stuff.
Manus
There's-
rubbed some blood on the wall as he stepped a few steps, and a spike came out of the floor and hit the wall and cut his arm.
Oh, okay,
But he
so
says
we have
he thinks we still need to put blood on the wall.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
It needs to activate somewhere on the wall. I just wasn't in the right place. I think I need to find it. Or we need to find it.
And you can still only move 10 feet. Otherwise, it'll attack. The room will attack you.
That's lovely. So I fly over to ground level about here. Boom. And I put down my not so little friend here.
Alright. Revian? Unless Lex has something else that he wants to do. It's just kind of like
I detach
slowly
it for you,
tiptoeing
How about
across
ask
the
this-
room.
How about ask the Earth Spirit to be less freaking vague?
It is doing as the little tag says. It is wasting your time quite well. Yeah, that's the one that gets you. The water. There's not really anything the water can do to waste your time other than spraying you in the face. Stone.
Yeah.
Listen,
Stone
motherfuckers.
screw.
Stone is patient.
Stone
It can wait
patient.
and it can watch and enjoy. This is the most patient substance on Earth.
It's
much.
the oldest substance on Earth, if I'm correct.
Revian?
I would like to move 2 spaces down
Mm-hmm.
and inspect the wall for any smears of blood.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that'd be helpful.
Nothing besides Manus.
Nothing. And that counts as my turn, so I couldn't ask the wind spirits to tell me anything.
I mean, that was just looking. I didn't make you roll anything. What do you want to ask the wind?
Then I would probably ask the wind spirits if any openings have passed through here anytime recently.
Actually, that makes
Where they
sense,
were
because
at.
if there was a door, there would be a draft.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was
definitely.
thinking.
Some sort.
Perfect.
You feel a breeze
And
from
since
this wall,
it's
but yeah, there's definitely a way to get through. But
Yes, but can I pinpoint using the wind spirits help where the wind is coming from?
about where you guys are standing, really.
Yeah, they are really trying to waste
We
their
just need to
Yeah.
tear down this wall.
Do
I was
it.
just gonna like punch it at the same time and see if we can just break it down. Like I'll spend a charge if I have to.
Oh, all you.
Knock on the wall, look for a hollow. I'm not quite close enough to
Yeah.
the wall to do that.
Oh, technically, I could feel around on the wall using my ability to see like where the wall is hollow, like feel it with my earth bounds.
That would be good, yeah.
But
But
I am
if
not
it's-
nearly close enough to the wall to do that.
If the door is near us, I feel like we can. I'm not sure.
Oh! Huh? What if all three of us have to be there since it's all of our blood that
Oh
activated
yeah,
it?
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, that could work.
Lex, get over here.
Alright.
Two spaces.
Minute at a time.
About...
Just like the man said. Slowly. Revian. And then Manus, and then Lex again.
Well,
Yeah.
you were over here originally
Yeah, do you want me to move back there?
when it first said that.
Yeah.
Probably in the direction you were at, yes.
One.
Let it be
I would've
known that the
moved
Earth Spirit
two.
is jackass.
Lex, your turn.
Yoink.
Come over between us.
Revian.
Yeah.
So you can just
Probably
say
move,
pass
like,
if you
right here.
pass. Okay. Manus.
That way he can get like right here when he gets up there, because he's like 2 squares away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass too, so he can just move
Okay,
up between
Lex?
us.
All right. And you
And-
smear your blood on the wall, and nothing happens.
Lex
Do we need to move?
slams his forehead on the wall.
Let's just break it.
Maybe we need to
All
move
the hands
up.
are on the wall. Everybody
second
move
Jug's
down
motion.
2 squares at a time.
But
Right.
yeah.
I put my hand on the wall.
That's the hand I've got. I've got you held out because you're the one that bled on it.
He's just
The wall
touches you back.
rubbing him across the wall.
Mirroring
The
it.
wall returns the touch because it is a wall.
Just let me know, guys. I'll push it down.
All right, Lex.
We all
do you
move
think
down.
you could listen for a hollow point now?
Technically, I could.
Well, yeah. Since this has been a dead end, I think that's
I'll roll mastery and I'll use I'll sense through the earth if there's a hollow point on this wall at all.
As you all begin to reach towards the wall again, Lex, the floor, you're trying to reach out for the wall and you suddenly spin around and are facing the other side of the room. Or the rest of the room, really.
What the frick?
And then you feel like the floor almost shove your heels as you like step forward a step.
that has to be where the door is.
Oh.
In the floor.
That's some weird stuff. Like that ain't normal.
So wait, is that the
Ancient
earth
Don't like it,
spirit?
substance on Earth.
Is that the earth spirit screwing with me still?
Either screwing with you or trying to tell you something.
Alright. I sense the floor, or I put my bloodied hand on the floor where it nudged me.
It does that shock wave kind of like out to the rest of the room again. You're starting to get the sense that it's probably not blood on the wall that's the answer.
Well, okay.
Jug hit the wall!
Punch
Violence.
the wall.
It doesn't want blood, it wants violence.
The only answer.
I absolutely punched the shit out of it.
For the first
I got
time
a
in Jug's
13
life,
plus 9.
you didn't even need to roll because for the first time, Jug, in your whole life, you hit something that hits harder back. Because that fucking hurt.
Okay.
You actually take 2 damage from it, from hitting the wall. It's like, ow, 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 ow. Like that really, not a scuff on it.
Blowing people up with my fist, so just me punching and something punching back harder.
Would his armor have negated any of that? Because he should have only taken
Probably,
one if
probably
so.
not, because that was like 2 wrist damage.
His fist.
Yeah, that's 2 damage to the knuckles. That was
And
fucking-
possibly the wrist.
I was waiting for that to happen. I was like, he's gonna punch the wall, isn't he? He's gonna find out. It's not gonna be pretty.
He
Gonna,
fucked
like-
around. Now I found out.
I'm gonna. Grow up.
No,
I'm just.
So do we need to? So do we want to try putting our hands on the floor, like Lex?
Good as it guess as any right now.
I move up to wherever Lex has his hand, and I put it in the same general area.
No change.
Why do I have a feeling we're just not doing this right?
I'm waiting for somebody to realize it. Because it's.
We activated the pillars in the middle. What if we have to reactivate the pillars on the corners?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I was
I'm going to
surprised.
steadily head 2 spaces this way.
This was supposed to be you
Wait.
guys gradually just like fucking knocking yourselves in the face with the paddle ball as you slowly approach your target, and then you forgot about the obelisks. So
Wait a second.
what's up?
I'm gonna before I move, I'm gonna fly higher in the air about
Hmm?
10, 15
That's
feet, and then
why-
move more spaces than 2.
That's
to
why
get
the
away from the
stone
ground.
spear is spread
All right,
out.
go ahead.
Oh,
One,
I'm
2,
sorry.
3,
Did
4,
anything happen?
5. I'm like 20 feet in the air.
What's this track from?
All right, cool. I'm
This
gonna
is
make
from
my way
Critical Role.
slowly down.
Matt Mercer
Oh.
special. Before we go further,
I took some damage.
nope.
I didn't. Did something happen to the floor underneath me?
This is enormous, so I'm just gonna give it like an approximation.
Okay.
So
Oh, Lupa.
as you're levitating there, you and
Oh,
Lupa are
crap.
launched. This time you are launched up about 80 feet above as the room grows dark and you're like laid against the stone as it lifts you really, really fast. Jug, you're not having a problem. It's no problem. But you're going up really fast. But Revian, you're oh, and then it stops and it's like oh.
Yeah,
You
I'm
feel the
blind.
air
I don't know
re-enter
what's
your
going on.
lungs.
Damn.
Hmm. So
Y'all
how
two head
does
for
the-
the other 2. I'm gonna make my way down from this plateau.
How does
Are we gonna have to
Lupa
touch
take
the
this
obelisk that we touched
second
the first time,
annoyance?
I don't know. That's why I was headed across the room. Just
Alright,
in case.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna head up then to head to the one that I activated. Pardon me, Lex.
Yeah.
Slow and
Okay.
steady, slow and steady.
So are we all going to move 2 spaces gradually from here on, or what's the plan?
Pretty much.
Because I was going to
Yeah,
save you the time.
Considering that going
I
up
was
didn't help.
suggest that we just skip this whole the.
You know,
Okay, so
I
yeah, if
should've-
we're all going to be
Turns we're about
careful
to
from
take.
here on, I'll just say you gradually make your way down, Revian, which is what they end up waiting the longest on. And you all make your
Yeah.
way to your respective obelisks, touching them, giving them blood. And the room, as you touch all of them, the rumbling goes into like a sort of vibrating rather than a rumble, as the 2 giantly changed pieces of terrain begin to shift back down and back up respectively. The spikes in the floors begin to crumble and go down into flat surface again, turning into like gravel essentially, joining the rest of the rubble on the floor. And the obelisk at the center stops glowing and the blood begins to not pour out of it. As grab the correct tool to drag myself around the screen. As I'll just carve this whole thing out because that would make more sense than just part of it. You're gonna go in there anyways.
But say I'm ready to get out of this goddamn room.
Yes, please.
No kidding.
Made me feel.
It was a
stupid.
decent puzzle, but I didn't think it would take you guys that long. That was
No,
just
yeah.
entertainment for me, really.
No, see, the problem is that it was simple. The problem, okay, who
It
suggested
must
the
be.
blood on the wall?
That took about 45
Hey,
minutes.
I suggested. Yeah, I did suggest the blood on the
It
wall.
was literally.
But that's after we were actually looking for the door on the side.
middle, then the out.
It wasn't
I
a
love-
bad
Why,
suggestion
but I-
either. It made
I love that
sense.
you all went straight to the corner obelisks, which would have worked if it was just activated and then you could just have people standing by. But you had to activate the center one and then go to, it didn't matter which one, just one of them, and then put blood on it. It did not care who or what activated, it just cares to get some blood.
Gotcha.
But the wall begins to part away and shiver and vibrate away as it opens up into the stairwell onto the next portion of the dungeon, where we will pick up next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I was like I said, I just wanted you guys to get through this puzzle. That's all I cared about, was like trying to get to the end of the puzzle.
See, the other day a few books fell out of my head. I have only myself to blame.
We'll do
myself.
we'll do end of session at the end of next session and just wrap the whole dungeon.
Sounds good.
So if you want to take any notes of stuff that might have happened that you want to mention at that point, at the end of session, then just write it down in your notes and we'll get to it. It is
So we
extremely
get
late.
XP for failing for like 3 times.
If you failed rolls, you get XP. You get 1
I
for
was
each
about
one.
to say,
Oh,
I
that's
failed so
like-
much I leveled up.
Fucking Manus and Revian are gonna be fucking level 12 after that shit. Jesus Christ. Lex is just unfortunate having fall. That, like, so the way I'll explain the earthquake. I'll explain the earthquake trap really quick.
You know?
So that was called the earthquake room. That is a trap that I came up with. It's my own making. So it's a D6, and you get a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A wall, a cliff up, a cliff down. Which for all 3 of those, I roll 2 percentile die to see how many tens of feet it is height and then width respectively. That's why every time I rolled it, I went, oh shit. Because the first one was 90 and 40. The second one was 80 and 40. Didn't think they would be that big.
Christ.
4, 5, and 6 were air pressure release, which is 2d4 damage, spike 2d6 damage, or best of 2d6 damage, and then boulder, which is best of 2d8 damage, which is what Manus got hit by.
Well,
was the
thankfully I
boulder.
didn't level up, so I don't have to calculate anything. I will see you guys next time.
I see you next week.
Next week.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
That was fun. I figured it would
That
be the
was
one
fun.
puzzle that got you guys a little bit stuck, but not that stuck. However, that was fun to watch. Yes,
I
that.
started overthinking it, and I was like, we're gonna have to do some complex ritual to like open the door.
I noticed after a second you guys started fixating on like that wall and Lex's having fallen, and I was like, I think they forgot about the obelisks in the corners. And you guys like kept gradually going closer and closer to that wall. Then you kept playing with the wall, and I was like, I think they forgot about the obelisks. I was just like
Yeah, I
trying
convinced
not to
myself
giggle
they-
to myself.
I had convinced myself they had like gone away when the room morphed.
Yeah, I was like waiting for somebody. I was waiting for anybody to just go, "Hey, what about the obelisks?" And then nobody did. And I was like, "Oh my god, oh boy."
Congratulations, Jackson. You made a puzzle that was like a beginner level Zelda puzzle.
I know.
Players.
If it was me and I was
done
playing,
it.
if I was playing Zelda and it was me, we'd be here all day. I wouldn't it wouldn't click. I get
So,
stuck on fucking Skyrim puzzles sometimes. Like I'm not good with them.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, will I wait till next session to level up?
No, you can do level ups now since you guys are in a moment of lull. So just like whatever you pick and choose and change, just let me know.
All right, I'll take care of that real quick.
I didn't do a whole lot of. I was on.
Yeah, you're parrot currently.
I was literally he was the one dragging me around and pushing me up against the obelisk.
Yeah, you're just Patchy's parrot at the moment. So what do we think's waiting in that in the boss fight? What are we expecting? I'd like to hear what you guys are thinking.
I really have no idea. I've been trying to think about it here lately, but I can't come up with anything.
I think we're gonna meet the witch in this thing.
To be honest, Since we're like here with all the dwarves and stuff, and we're in like a workshop, I'm worried they're building like a giant lich robot mech
Oh
thing.
my god. Ooh, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
All right.
Those of us that are staying up, are we playing Deep Rock or are we playing No Man's Sky?
I know I said I wanted to play Deep Rock, but I was up till 12:30 last night after.
No Man's Sky sucks you in and will never spit you out. You will disappear into the sinkhole and never be seen again. It is infinitely entertaining, literally.
Yeah, it's so much different than whenever I first played it. 'Cause when I first played it, it literally just came out. So I was
Yeah,
back
I
in the day.
also played it when it came out. I remember.
That was back in the day when.
loved it.
Yeah, Kyle hearing me be like, "This ship's fucking 21 million." I'm like, back in my day, it was like 15,000 credits for a new ship, and you just traded on the spot.
Yeah, I'm
was no-
chilling out here with fucking. I got what 36 million credits right now, just kind of chilling, just being fucking boss.
He threw about 8 million at me, and I bought a new multi-tool, other stuff. Kind of just.
I think I had more before, but I don't remember what it was. I had like a ludicrous amount, and then I bought a bunch of stuff, like a fuck ton of stuff. I know I bought a multi-tool, but I don't remember what else I bought. I think I bought a couple.
I gotta get out of here. I will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
I will never ever forget. Fucking the earthquake room. I was like, this will get him. This is gonna be a good one. This will take him at least 10-15 minutes.
It took. I think we got in there at 11. Like, I think that took us a full straight fucking hour.
I think it might have taken about an hour.
And we would have been done. We would have been done in like 2 minutes had we listened to maybe 3 if we listened.
Once you guys worked out the
Sharp.
like tiptoeing sort of thing, I would have given it to you, having realized that towards the obelisks.
You gave it to us right at the fucking beginning. Once
I
you move
did.
15 feet. So what if we move 10 feet? Oh, no one didn't think of that. But what if now we go to the corners?
I literally
Oh, we didn't
did say
think
it
of that.
right at the beginning. I said when you move about 15 feet, which was a bit on the nose for me. But I was like,
Oh, yeah.
we'll see if they notice. I don't know. It's not a super puzzle. It's not like supposed to stump them.
Yeah, fuck no, we didn't notice. That's it. I'm hanging on to every word you say. I'm gonna become that player.
That's why. I was wondering why nobody was commenting on what I said. I forgot to turn my mic back on.
Oh, shit,
I thought you
did
went
mute?
quiet.
I noticed you were
Yeah,
like
I muted myself
uncharacteristically
now thinking
quiet.
about it. I was trying to say that when I got on No Man's Sky the other day for the first time in like a year, my settlement makes like 685,000 credits a day.
Jeez.
And that all added up to like over 300 million over a year's time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was saying
I
that
also
he's like,
figured out how to give somebody an airship.
fucking what? I'm listening.
If we come across a ship that we have the money to buy that he wants, I know how to give it to him.
Interesting.
And Kyle knows me.
have
I'm a
to actually
hoarder,
get
so I'm
on the
just like,
same
I want a
space station.
hoarder.
Oh, I gotta figure
You
out how
have
to
to get on the
download
same
the VOD
space
before I
station.
forget.
Same space station? So
And-
like your freighter or
Any space station. Hell, you could probably do it on the freighter too.
space
But
station?
you have
space
to get
station. Gotcha.
somewhere, a space station, yeah. Have the ship that you're going to give as your main ship land on the space station. Go talk to one of the NPCs and exchange your ship for theirs. Negotiate the price. Don't straight up buy it. Just exchange your ship with theirs. And as long as it's got 0 that you have to pay for it, and the instant you get done, he will go stand by your ship because you're basically straight exchanging it. You have the person you're giving it to has to go talk to him, and you can literally go to negotiate the price and claim his ship for free because he bought it for 0. I looked it up because I was curious if I could give you a ship if I found one you liked.
So like that hauler that I wanted that was 21 million. I was like, fucking what?
Yeah. I gave him like I I had a couple of relic things